days off, running back, every rep, every sip, put my name on that. When it burns, I learn, I don't fall, I don't stop. No days off, take it straight to the top. No days off, feel the heat. Hands up high, let the bass hit deep. I don't wait for luck, I create my spark. No days off in the light or dark. Chase comfort, I chase that change. Every session is a level I claim. Bad day, cool, still show my face. Consistency wins, that's the real race. I was tired, now I'm trained for it. I was weak, now I'm made for it. Pressure hits, I don't fold, I adapt. No days off, I'm built like that. Yeah. Locked in, clocked in, no pretend. I'm the type that starts strong and never bends. Plates on the bar clang, that's my sound. I make progress while the rest slow down. Pain in the lungs, but I breathe it in. Turn can to can with a savage grin. If it's heavy, that's my favorite test. I don't know most, I finish the rest. What? Again, no excuses, I bring the flame. When the legs shake, keep your form tight. When the mind breaks, turn on fight mode, right? Count it down, let the whole room pop. 3, 2, 1, no days off, don't stop. 3, 2, 1, no days off.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day one. I'm truly honored to be your MC for day one. If this is your first ever Universal Wealth event, I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat right now. Welcome to the family. You're in the right place with the right people at the right time. My name is Awilda Vasquez. I am a financial professional. I have been in this business for about 4 years, a mom of 5. And for those of you that know me personally, a Gigi of 1. I currently live in Houston, Texas, but I'm originally from New Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey, to be exact. Where are all my people from P-Town that are in here? Let's go. Let's hear it in the chat, guys. I need you guys to be active, be live. Let's go. Let's go. I need to feel that energy. Just a quick little history about me. I did 10 years in the military. After coming back from my last deployment in Iraq, I went into law enforcement where I retired with a 20-year career. And then that led me to here, right? After serving my country and serving my community, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate with what I'm about to say, I felt that my family was left behind when it came to that financial literacy. And I knew that I wanted more for my family. So the next 2 days can shift your business, your mindset, and your entire future, but only if you let it. So this is what I'm asking for you guys for the next 2 days. Number 1, I need you guys to be present. Put the distractions down. Your future deserves a full attention. This room will give you whatever you're ready to receive. Number 2, I need you guys to be open. Be open to what the speakers have to say. Growth feels uncomfortable, so just let it stretch you. And number 3, be ready, because everything you want starts with just one simple decision for you to take some action. This is your moment, but more than anything, it's about deciding you're done with living the autopilot and you're ready to step into your next level. The next 2 days, you're going to hear from people that did exactly just that. The roadmap to success is right here at Universal Wealth. I want you guys to interact as much as you can, even though I know we're all, virtual. So whether you are home sitting in front of your couch or you are at work and you just have your headphones on, I need that chat to stay active, and I need to see those fire emojis or whatever feeling you guys are feeling at the moment. So let's take a deep breath. I'll do it myself. Shake off whatever's holding you back, lock in, make sure you are taking notes because the next 2 days is going to be fire. Let's bring the energy. Let's step into day one with power, purpose, and expectations. Our next speaker is about to drop some value that you do not want to miss. She's a financial professional, has been in the industry for over 16 years. Her and her amazing leadership team are leading close to 500 associates spread out through the entire US. She is based out of San Antonio, Texas. Please help me welcome Maribel.
Hey, good afternoon, champions. Super excited to be here with you today. I'm so excited because today it's a day that we're going to go through a lot of speakers, a lot of gold nuggets, and I'm going to share a little bit about who I am, about our amazing crusade, and where we're going. Well, just a little bit about myself. I was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. I was 7 years old when my parents decided to pursue the American dream, and we moved to Turlock, California, which is a small town. And I grew up in a very small community, and which I absolutely loved. And my parents, one of the things that growing up, what they were teaching us, I'm the oldest of 4 children, and they were teaching us, you know what? The American dream for us is to own a home, give our kids a good education, and then, of course, own a business. So I knew that from very early on that we needed to own a business, right? My dad drilled that in us growing up, but he also talked to us about higher education. So I watched my dad work really hard to provide for us. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. Both of my parents, they hardly knew any English. So yes, a lot of us that we come from other countries, I think at an early age, we were already translating, right? But one of the things that I look back at is that it kind of saddens me that nobody ever sat down with my parents and educated them about financial concepts that could change our family's legacy. And but it's okay because I know it starts with one, and that's why we're here today. I also know that, one of the things I learned too is that people come into our lives for a purpose, for a reason. My high school counselor is the one that impacted me the most. She's the one that shared with me a little bit more about college and how to apply for college and scholarships and all that good stuff, which thank God, yes, I got a bachelor's in sociology with criminal justice. And I knew I wanted to go that route because I wanted to work with people. I knew I wanted to be in the community. I wanted to help. I'm so glad I chose those two majors because now I'm seeing it today. I'm utilizing some of the tools and resources in our field. Well, along the way, I met Carlos in our biology class, and Carlos, when I met him, we dated for about 2 years. Then we got married, and it's been now 22 years. We have 3 amazing children. Our oldest, her name is Brianna. She's 21 today, and then our middle child is Carlos. He's 18, and then our little one, Juliana, which I call my CEO. She's 13 years old today. Well, we decided once we got married, Carlos owned a business, so we decided to move our business from California to Texas, to the great state of Texas, back in 2006. And I remember the move. I remember telling Carlos, since we're doing that move, my goal is I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom during that time. I didn't want to put my babies in daycare, and I didn't know anybody here in the state of Texas. So thank goodness that we both aligned with that. So I was a stay-at-home mom for a few years until the recession happened back in 2008. And I don't know if you remember that, but for us, it was a big hit. Our business was struggling. I remember that Carlos was working a lot. He was gone a lot. He's in the trucking industry. So there was times that he was gone for 2, 3, sometimes months at a time. But it's okay. We knew we had to get through it. Well, along that way, my sister, Esmeralda from California, she called me one night. It was in the midnight. And she's the one to share with me a little bit about this industry. At the beginning, I'm going to tell you, I said no to her. But along the way, she didn't give up on me. And she said, Maribel, you have to get in and just start learning this information. So the more I got into the community of learning this, I came to realization, I also wanted to learn how to lower my taxes, get out of our business debt, and learn how to save and invest. And that's actually what drew me into the industry. And yes, it's been about a little over 16 years now. But you know what? Like I said, people come into our lives for a good reason. I have an incredible group of leadership that we're working together. Right now, together, we are leading close to 500 associates. I mean, it's just been an incredible ride. Today, I do want to talk about our crusade, but I do want to say it starts with that one person that's going to impact your own personal family and also the communities. So let me start by asking you a quick question. What would happen to your family today if your income stopped like right now? Would your family be okay? And I'm not talking about stopping like next year or next month. I'm talking about like now. How would your family be? For most families, the answer is very uncomfortable because the bills are going to continue to come in, right? You still have a mortgage to pay, most likely rent to pay. I know a lot of us, we still have kids. We still have to feed them and clothe them. And some of them are in sports because we definitely need to keep them busy. So life doesn't stop, right? But it doesn't pause for us, and the income, if it doesn't come in. Well, that is exactly why we're here today. We're here not just to talk about financial services. We're here to talk about protection. We're here to talk about preparation, and we're here to talk about building our legacies. Because the truth is that most of our families are not unprotected because they don't care. They're unprotected because no one has ever showed them a better way. And I know that was my parents as well. And if it wasn't for my sister making that phone call that night, that midnight, I don't know if I would be here today, because nobody else has ever knocked on my door to try to educate me. We live in a world where people insure their cars, their cell phones, and not even and a lot of them, they're not even properly protected on their own personal lives. Think about that. If their car were to break down, we replace it or fix it, right? But if the primary income earner of the household becomes sick or injured or passes away, families are often left with financial devastation. So I've seen it a lot throughout my career, especially with the younger generations, where they tell me, hey, Maribel, you know what? I'm healthy, I'm young, I'm fine. I don't need life insurance. But this is where the education comes in. This is where we want to give them the tools and resources that the younger and healthier they are, guess what? They lock something in for the rest of their lives that can secure their futures as well. But life doesn't send warnings. It sends moments, right? Moments of diagnosis, moments of accidents, moments of sudden loss, moments of a shift of an employment. And in that moment, families don't lose just the income. They lose stability, they lose confidence, and sometimes even hope. And that's not fear just talking. It's a reality. Our mission is not to create fear. It is to create awareness so people can take control, better lives before life forces their hand. And so I'm going to share a little quick story. I remember one of the wealthiest men I've ever put insurance in place for him. And he came into our office here in San Antonio, and I sat down with him and I asked him, why are you applying for so much insurance? I was so new in the industry. I obviously didn't understand how the wealthy utilize life insurance than the rest of us. And he said, Maribel, I'm going to tell you this. If I were to pass away right now, everything that I'm applying for life insurance and I do get accepted on, everything's going to transfer to my family tax free. Everything else is going to be taxable. And that honestly hit me hard, because that made me realize, once again, how the wealthy are utilizing these tools so different than most of the rest of us. He even told me, you know what? You and Carlos need to have at least $1 million coverage on each other, at least that. Where if something were to happen to him or something happens to you, that $1 million is going to come into your household tax-free, and then you have to learn how to make that money work hard for you, which means earning interest. And so he said, what if it earns 7 or 8%? That's $70,000 or $80,000 a year for the rest of your lives, without even touching the 1 million. And then we have to educate the next generations how to pass that on to the next generations and do the same. Well, like I said, our mission is simple, but so powerful. We help families protect 3 critical areas of our lives: our life, our health, and our income. Because those 3 areas are protected, everything else becomes possible. Life protection ensures families are not left financially burdened during a loss. Health protection ensures medical challenges don't turn into financial disasters. And income protection ensures that when life pauses, financial stability doesn't. We are not just here offering financial solutions. We are building financial shields around our families. We're creating education where there was confusion, and we're bringing clarity where there was avoidance. And we're offering solutions where there was only hope. Well, let me bring it in and let's talk, let's get it real for just a minute. Most families, like I said, they don't fail because they don't work hard. They fail because they're unprepared for life's unexpected events. A mother shouldn't have to choose between a medical care and a financial survival. A father shouldn't carry silent stress every night wondering, what if something happens to me? Is my family going to be financially okay? Children should not inherit financial confusion during emotional loss. And yet, this is the reality for too many families. But does not have to stay that way, because awareness changes decisions, and decisions change generations. And that decision honestly starts with you, it starts with me, it starts with us. So we're here to make a decision. So here's what most people don't realize. Financial protection is not just about insurance and policies. Honestly, it's literally about strategies. So what are you doing for you and your family? Have you completed that first step, which is so important, which is to complete a financial needs analysis to put a strategy together for you and your family? Do you know your financial independence number today? It's about making sure that if income stops, life continues. If health is challenged, finances don't collapse. Thank goodness a lot of us, we know about the living benefits. And if tragedy strikes, families are protected instead of being punished. We're here to help protect our families and create something super powerful, which is financial confidence. Not just money in the bank, but a plan in place. Because peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is being prepared for them. So let me speak a little bit here from my heart here. You know, my mission is not just the business, which I absolutely love, by the way. I love building the business. I love locking arms with all our leadership, getting into the communities together, doing presentations on Zooms or in the community. I love what we do here. But I do want to say it sometimes gets into the little bit on my personal side as well, because I did make a decision, and hopefully you have too, that my family story will not be defined by the lack of my knowledge, lack of access, and lack of preparation. That word preparation is key, right? Because we could learn everything we want, but if we're not putting it into action and preparing for those moments, then what are we doing? It will be defined by education. But what I mean by that is spend 10, 15 minutes a day. Grab an article, a financial article, educate ourselves in this, be a master of what we do here, because people are depending on us. It will define by protection. Make sure that you and your family are properly protected. Actually, Carlos and I, we were just looking through our policies not too long ago. Our family, just our little family alone, we have 13 different types of policies. In each policy, it works in different ways. Some is for living benefits, some are for long-term care, proper protection, right? And some is for cash value, because we're going to definitely be utilizing that money either now or later. It's also to build our legacies. And when I say legacy, honestly, I'm not just talking about wealth. What I mean by that is also knowledge that's being passed down. Because you know what? One thing I know is that if I leave $1 million to our children and they don't understand the power of how money works, guess what? That money, that $1 million is going to exhaust. So protection, again, is also being passed down. I want my children to understand the power of what we do here, which is life insurance, how to bring that to the next generations as well, tax-free. And then habits. This one's a big one. Habits being passed down. I know here we're always talking about our 5 F's, right? Our faith, our family, our finances, our fitness, and our fun. And that will equal fulfillment. I know it's not perfect all the time, but guess what? If you're on a daily basis, you're working on being 1% better, we're only striving to be that 1% better. And that's something we could still inherit to our children. Financial confidence being passed down. That's the legacy I really want to leave behind. So not just the wealth, but everything I just mentioned. We are breaking cycles of confusion and replacing them with cycles of clarity. We're changing that the next generation will inherit not just financially, but mentally and emotionally. Because when family is protected, they're free to dream again. How many people have stopped dreaming? So many, right? Not today, because every time we sit down with the family, that's a part I love spending a lot of time on. I want them to dream again. Well, this is for the next few minutes, I want you to write down these 3 questions. Don't just start thinking about what you already have right now. Okay, think about what could happen if nothing changes where you're at right at this moment. So I need you to ask yourself, is my family properly protected? If something were to happen to me at this moment, is my family financially secured? Do you have a plan, or is it just hope? Because hope is not a strategy. And what we offer is not just a conversation. We offer solutions. We're here to educate, share simple financial concepts that could change families' legacies. We're here to empower you, for you to at least get to know your financial independence number and work towards it. And we're here to protect families before life forces a decision. So in closing, our mission is simple. Helping families protect their life, health, and income. When those three are protected, everything else becomes possible. We're not just building a business, we're building awareness, and we are building confidence, and we're building legacies. And that starts with one decision, and I'm telling you that decision starts with you. So a decision to learn, a decision to be prepared, and then a decision to protect what matters most, which is our family. And before I end, I do want to share something with you. And this is something I read to myself very often, and I do want to share it with you today. Because there's going to be times and days when this business feels just a little hard. There will be moments when quitting feels easier. But every time I think about slowing down, I remember why I started. This is not just about commissions, it's not just about, great contracts, and it's not just about recognition. This is about my family, your family, our communities. It's about making sure our children never struggle financially because of what we didn't know. It's about helping families in our communities become financially independent, not just surviving, but thriving. This is about impact. When we win, it's not just us winning. It's our families winning, it's our community winning, it's our church winning, it's our nonprofit organizations winning. When we build big and we create overflow. And with this overflow, it allows us to give bigger, serve bigger, and live bigger. So champions, I'm so grateful for the partnerships that we have, locking arms together, boots in the ground, because this mission is so much bigger than us. It's about breaking generational cycles, and it's about educating families who were never taught this information. It's about building leaders. So when it gets hard, just remember, we're not just building a side hustle. We are building financial independence, and we're building impact that will outlive us. And I refuse to quit because this mission is so much bigger than us. So champions, let's build big, let's serve big, and let's impact big together. Have an amazing rest of your time. Thank you, everybody.
I mean, applause, applause, applause. Come on, see it in the chat. Maribel, thank you so much. That was amazing. I hope you guys are taking notes. I was taking notes, but there were just so many nuggets that she was giving that it was just really, really hard to take notes. Again, my name is Awilda Vasquez. Thank you so much for being here. One of the things that definitely stood out to me was legacy. It's not just about making sure that we're leaving that financial legacy to our children, but making sure that we are becoming masters of what we do to make sure that we're also leaving that educational legacy. So up next, we have a lot of people call him the Godfather. Those of you that have been around for a while will know exactly who it is that our next speaker is. I want you guys to put your virtual hands together for Jesus Villalobos.
Here he goes. Okay. Go to settings. Get him off the leash. Go. Go to your video. Go to your video. You were there. Does he keep on? Go, 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 go. Okay.
Why is it not working? Oh, shh.
All right, guys, can everyone hear me? Just put a 1 in the chat. Absolutely, no worries. All right, so the next couple of speakers that we have coming up are going to be some of our product providers. I hope you guys are super excited to hear from them. The first one coming up is going to be from Fidelity and Guarantee. So everyone put your virtual hands together for Alex.
No days off. Shot. No days off. Stop, stop.
Guys, just bear with us. Obviously, as you can see, this is the first time, right? So we are having a little technical difficulties. So just give us grace, show us a little bit of grace, and show us some patience. All right, let me see it in the chat. Where's everybody tuning in from? When I introduced myself, I said I was in Texas. So let me just see it real quick in the chat. I don't know who just put that in the chat, but that is 100% correct, people. Here at Universal Wealth, we do not panic. We pivot and we just keep it moving. All right, I see Arizona, Vegas, Florida. Florida again. I think I saw Kansas, California, Illinois, PA, Virginia. Okay. I mean, how awesome is this, guys, that we can come together. Thank you, Zoom, right? Thank you to the video. We can come together from all over the US and have one mission, one fight, right? Coach Kurt always says it. Corpus Christi. So many places. Absolutely. Yes. So many places. So many places. Like I said, we're trying to work in the back end over here, trying to fix some technical difficulties. I would sing, but I am not Nicholas Murray, so I will save you guys the trouble for that one, and I will not sing. Thank you. Whoever laughed, you completely understand me. And thank you so much for being so understanding. I believe we're trying to set up. We're going to have a quick little video for you guys, just until we can get some of these speakers ready for them to go on. So let's cue the video.
Yeah. We didn't come this far to play small. No guarantees, just faith and work. Now it's time to build something that lasts. Yeah. Came from the bottom, no plan, no safety. Took that leap, had to bet on me daily. Pressure building, yeah, tried to break me, but I got faith, I know God made me. No handouts, no luck, just grind. Late nights, early mornings, same time. They don't see what it takes behind. When you building the vision, they can't define. I was lost, now I move with purpose. Pain turned power, now it's all worth it. Had to cut ties, had to close curtains. Now I lead teams, now I serve purpose. We don't play small, we came to dominate. Built from the ground, now we elevate. Faith over fear, yeah, we levitate. Universal wealth, yeah, we set the stage. We don't play small, we don't hesitate. Leaders rise up, yeah, we demonstrate. Built the movement, now we generate. Universal wealth, yeah, we set the stage. Universal, yeah, we set the stage. Universal, yeah, this for the ones that was doubted heavy. Now we run it up, now we hold it steady. Built a team, now we move like a unit. No excuses, yeah, we all gon' do it. The protect first, yeah, we changing lives. Put the families first, that's the real prize. No more fear, yeah, we cut the ties. Now it's legacy time, watch it multiply. It's bigger than me, just a whole movement. Train the leaders, yeah, we all improving. From the ground up, yeah, we all been through it. Now we rise together, ain't no losing. We don't play small, we came to dominate. Built from the ground, now we elevate. Faith over fear, yeah, we levitate. Universal wealth, yeah, we set the stage. We don't play small, we don't hesitate. Leaders rise up, yeah, we demonstrate. Built the movement, now we generate. Universal wealth, yeah, we set the stage. Yeah, it started with nothing, now we build everything. Faith, work, legacy. Universal, this ain't just business. Universal, it's a movement. Universal wealth. Universal wealth.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it, right? This is a movement. So again, let's put our virtual hands together for Jesus.
Can you guys hear me? Are you guys having fun? Are you guys enjoying? Louder? Well, let me tell you, this event so far, the planning, the people, the lineup that we have for you, you better make sure you don't miss a single minute of every moment that you're going to hear from some of the best in our company, the best in the industry. So buckle up. But before we get into some things, how did we get here? This has been a 17+ year journey of commitment, dedication, overcoming everything that you can imagine. I've been where you've been, where you're starting, because look, one thing I just want to remind you all, when it comes to growing, when it comes to building a business, when it comes to essentially being the person that you've always dreamed of being, it comes at a cost of giving up the things that don't serve you, don't add value to you, and more importantly, the environment that doesn't help you grow. just thinking back of all the people that we've encountered. We're now 1 year into the company. We heard a great message from Maribel. She killed it. She knocked it out the house. I couldn't be more proud of her. And I'm just thinking about who else is going to be speaking after me. And it's a coming to Jesus moment. It's a, man, this company is awesome. And you know why it's awesome? Because of you. Because every single one of you, we can't wait to tell each and every one of your stories, what you're going through. So pay attention, buckle up, understand that this is not a get rich quick type of opportunity. This is a momentum company. We're part of a movement. And in order for a movement to move, it requires what? Clarity. So before I say anything further, I just want to ask you a few questions. And I want you to reflect on where we are. We're halfway through, almost halfway through the year, pretty much, right? 1 quarter done. We're starting a brand new month. Today is May 1st. Are you satisfied with where you're at? If not, what is your plan? What is your goal to make sure that this year ends better than it did last year? Now, I do have some quick announcements. We have some updates to our platform that I can't wait to share with you. We have some updates to our carriers. Compensation went up on quite a bit of products and services. So I know you are going to be very happy with it. But more importantly, the opportunity just got 100 times better. But like I said in the beginning, we're only as good as the person, that brand new person that starts with their company. So I just want to encourage you as you go through this event, take notes, take mental notes. Look at the leaders board. Who's winning? Today was a pay cycle. Make sure you're constantly looking at what's happening in the company because we're growing, we're exponentially expanding. I mean, this event has proven a few things for us. We can do bigger. We can do better. And with you, we know we're going to accomplish that. But just reflecting on what we've accomplished so far. I wish I could share with you some of the things that we're doing behind the scenes right now. It's been such an experience to meet with some of you personally. I'm excited for the future of our company. And listen, this goes without saying. I'm grateful for everything that's ever happened. I wouldn't be where I'm at today, given this conversation and talk to you, had I not gone through the same challenges that you're going to go through. Hopefully, you learn from our mistakes and avoid some of them. But the thing is, you can't cheat success. You got to earn it. Because who are we as a company? We're a movement. That being said, we'll see you at the top.
No days off. No days off. Shot. No days off. Stop. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Alarm goes off, I'm already up. Cold morning there, but I'm warm.
All right. You heard it from Jesus himself, right? Not only do we have the best providers on our platform, but now our compensation is also going to show a little bit better than what it already is, right? So, like I said, the next couple of speakers, they're going to be some of the providers that we have on our platform. We're going to start with Fidelity and Guarantee. So put your virtual hands together for Alex. All right, guys, I think we need to show Alex a little more love for his camera to load. So come on now, let's go. Let's show him that virtual love. All right, while Alex comes on, I just want to share a little quick something about Alex that I've experienced personally. he's not just a face of Fidelity and Guarantee. He truly cares and goes above and beyond for us, right? For the agents. I have reached out to him multiple times, whether it's that I needed an expedited appointment with another state or whatever the case may be, but he has always been there, answered any and every question that I've had. And that is one of the things that I love about working with Universal Wealth, the agents that we have in our company, the providers. We are just, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm sure you'll hear it a lot more today. We are all one team and one fight. So again, help me welcome Alex. All right, guys, as we know, the internet is going to do what the internet does, right? So we're going to have to circle back on with Alex. So the next speaker that we have coming up, I'm pretty sure you guys saw, is a new company that we just added into our platform. Please help me welcome from Transamerica, Jeremiah.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's Jeremiah with Transamerica. I'm the regional VP with Transamerica. How are you guys doing today? You might hear me or no? Hopefully. Either way, guys, I'm on here to jump on and talk about a little bit about our products, just give you guys some insight on what we have available for you. Honestly, we have a full platform of products that are available to you guys, from final expense to term to IUL. We have traditional products, we have express products. I'm going to chat a little bit about those express products today. I think those are more relevant for you guys. And I'm on the road today, so I apologize for my attire, but hopefully you guys can stick with me. So starting with our FE Express product, it's rolled out about 2 years ago. It was a product that we've built and expanded upon over the last 2 years. Made it better from an underwriting standpoint, made it better from a signature standpoint, just a virtual process all together. The process in itself is really nicely laid out as far as getting a decision up front in the application. So with Transamerica, no longer are the days to, go through the full app and get all the information and get that decision, right? You're getting that up front. But our FE Express, the highlights of it are the instant decision piece of it, right? Like I said, front of the application. So it's an 8-minute application overall. You're getting a decision about 2 to 3 minutes after you're through the health questions. It is a true instant decision. So no underwriters are ever looking at this. You don't have to be worried about it being, say, oh, your decision hasn't been made, it's been pushed to an underwriter. That's not the case. It's a true decision, so it's either a yes or a no, and you move forward, or we understand if it's a no, you pivot to one of our other products or maybe to a different carrier. We totally get that. The other thing is the signature method, as we went to a text to sign feature. So we took it out of the hands of the client altogether, really. If they're getting text message from loved ones or significant others, they can receive a text message from you that it has a code in it. That code, they need to give that code to you. So they need to enter that text message, give that code to you, and you type that into the application after reading them a brief script that's going to be on the application for you to read to them. So a quick process where we leave it all in the hands of you guys and not really putting a lot in the hands of the client in that route. I've been in the field, for 6 years prior to this, and turning it over to the client can ultimately, sometimes ruin a sale in some cases. So we try to leave it out of the hands of the client and put it more in the hands of you. Our underwriting is absolutely phenomenal at FE Express. We are probably the most lenient carrier out there as far as underwriting, getting things like COPD, CHF, and AFib, day one coverage. That's just one example of comorbidities that we're able to accept as day one. So if you haven't written our product, get out there, check out our underwriting. It's absolutely phenomenal. You know, that's one thing I highlight in all of my trainings is the fact that we're able to get you more clients coverage with more day one coverage, which is obviously the best coverage your client gets. That graded is good if they can, you know, if that's the only thing they can get, but if we can get them day one, let's do that. A couple other highlights for it, we have an Everest funeral planning concierge service built in on our product. So no other, you know, I know of a couple other companies that are kind of like Everest in their funeral planning services. I don't know a lot of final expense companies or products that have it built into their coverage. Again, it's at no additional cost, right? It's built in, no premium payment. If they approve for the product, they get Everest. Everest simply is a rider that's going to allow your clients and their beneficiaries to have access to their team when it comes to pre-planning a funeral or planning a funeral altogether. It's a huge benefit. We've seen an uptick in persistency with this new FE Express product because it has that Everest rider. I believe that 100%. I think that's the only thing that differentiates us from other carriers and from our old product. And when you add that in and persistency goes up, I think that's a big deal. When we hear from agents every day that clients are loving the Everest rider and the benefit that comes along with, you know, when we take that in consideration and look at the persistency that entails in that product, it keeps it on the books for you guys. And that's a big deal for you guys in general, right? You guys like those policies to stay on the books, reduces chargebacks, and all those things. And we love that. Big things we just made changes to. We actually increased our face amount up to 100,000 in max face amount on our FE Express product. So the product in general for select rating issue ages are 18 to 85, and you're getting a max of 100K face amount for those clients that are within the age ranges of 18 to 75, and then 76 to 85 is a max of 25,000. On our graded for that product, it's going to be 18 to 80 issue ages, and it's going to be a maximum of 25,000 for all issue ages on the graded side. Minimum for both ratings is 5,000, just so you have the minimum. We do not have guaranteed issue, guys. So both our select and graded ratings go through the same health questions. And again, like all the other carriers that have been on here and you're working with, you know, we're going to give them the best rating available. So if you put in select, but they only apply for grade, or they're only available for graded, we're going to offer graded. And vice versa. If you put in graded and they're eligible for select, we're going to give them that. The other product that we have that is on the Express platform, so instant decision, is our IUL. I don't know how much IUL you guys do. I know you're more primarily focused on final expense, I believe. So that's a product I honed in first. Just to give you a little bit on our IUL, again, it's 100% instant decision, just like our FE product. Same text to sign feature as well. We actually go down to age 0, so it's age 0 to 70. So we do get juveniles on that. No other carrier does juveniles on an Express product, so that's a big deal for some of you looking at the IUL product and instant decision and getting juveniles covered. A couple of things, we have the most competitive rates on there. We pay 30% higher target commission on that, target premiums on that as well. And we do have a couple of different solves, you know, as far as getting into the solve features, guys. We were able to cover clients that want to grow cash value. We're able to cover clients that just want to do a death benefit solve, and those clients that are just want to put in a minimum target premium to get started and grow with the policy. We have a couple of different index accounts that you're able to utilize there. As far as an unbalanced index account, we have that is huge. No cap on the ceiling with the cap on the floor to help minimize the risk of loss on that. So a huge deal there. We have living benefits built in on it. And for both the IUL and the final expense product, guys, we're in all states except New York. So just be aware, we're in all states except New York on both of those products. We do phenomenal trips every year. For those of you guys looking to go on a trip with us, we're actually going to the Montage in Big Sky Montana in 2027. Qualification is through full year, so it started January 1st. We'll go through the end of the year. We're excited for that trip. Would love for any of you guys to be on it or your agents to be on it. And qualifications, $100,000 in paid premium to get there. So you have a full year to get there and get on that trip with us. We do take the top 40 agents, so you know that you're working and going to be there with the top 40 agents. And because we only do that one trip a year, again, we do our sales team and marketing team do their best to put us in some great places and get us some great events happening at those with great dinners, excursions, and then some time for you guys to relax and hang out as well and enjoy something you worked so hard for this year. So I'm excited. I got to hang out with Shane and Jason down in South Carolina, but I wanted to get on here today and share with you guys what Transamerica has to offer. And look forward to working with you guys as we move forward. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeremiah. That was a lot of information. So let's give another virtual applause for Jeremiah from Transamerica. So again, I hope you guys are taking notes. The beauty of what we do is we don't need to know everything because we have amazing providers that already know all the products. So please put your virtual hands together for our next speaker. He is coming from America. Let's welcome Coulter to the call. All right, well, he's getting situated and we're able to bring him on. You know, how are you feeling? Let me see it in the chat. I would say let me hear it, but let's see it in the chat. Let's throw those reactions up on the screen. How's everyone feeling? What's everybody's takeaway already from so far from what you've heard? I know we're just getting started, and I mean, this is just the beginning, guys, right? All right, I see I'm feeling excited. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to pivot because remember, we don't panic, we pivot. So let's put our virtual hands together for Alex from Fidelity and Guarantee.
Oh, no way. Well, there we go. I can hear everybody now. You guys hear me okay? Can I get some thumbs up in the chat? Everybody hear me? I'm making sure this is working again. Yes, there we go. Excellent. Well, beautiful, beautiful.
Alex?
Well, there we go, guys. Well, I'm glad that that everything is rocking and rolling. We got things uploaded and we're getting ready to go. I've been traveling all the way out to, where are we at? We're in Knoxville, Tennessee here for a wedding. And it looks like my corporate computer doesn't like the accessing of the microphone. But thank you guys for having me. As always, I sincerely appreciate it. It means the world to me. Oh, my goodness, we're getting tons of text messages. So hopefully that's a good thing. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. But guys, you know, I'm not here to talk about myself or anything like that. I really want to just talk to you guys a little bit about the partnership that we have between F&G and Universal Wealth, you know. And so it's always kind of funny. I always get a lot of folks asking me, you know, kind of saying, hey, Alex, you know, we don't really know who F&G is, you know. And I remember, guys, years ago, I wasn't exactly sure who F&G was either. I was answering the 1-800 number. I think, what was I was making, like, I think it was like $12 an hour or something along those lines, answering the 800 number. And all of a sudden, you know, I make friends with everybody that I talk to. And so I'm sitting there one day, and all of a sudden, this purple and gold company, you know, email comes across my desk, and folks are asking me, hey, Alex, can we compete against this? And I just go, hey, let me look at it. Let me see what we got going on. And I go, absolutely, you know, we can absolutely compete. I said, the numbers on the illustration that we've got look better than, you know, F&G's at the time. And then, you know, I was like, look at the ratings of this company, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, I'm looking at all this stuff, and, you know, I go, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But then next thing I know, about a year or so so later, it comes across my desk again, and I see this illustration. I was like, holy smokes, these numbers are smoking us. I was like, okay, well that's not good. But I was like, oh, look at the ratings, guys. Don't worry, that company might not be around. That might not be around, right? That's what I used to say. And the next thing I know, I'm looking at this company. It's an A-rated company all across the board. All the major ratings companies are giving us, excellent reviews. The illustrations are looking excellent, and it gets to the point where it's like, if you can't beat them, you got to join them. And so I was fortunate. I had my good buddy Jason, Jason Vest, not Beauvais, who reached out to me. He's like, hey, come over here. I need you to start working with me. And I go, okay, excellent. Let's get after it. And so I've seen this company go from about $23 billion in assets under management, guys, all the way up to 73, 74, 75 plus $billion in assets under management, which was where we're at here today. A-rated company across the board. And, it's wild to see the growth trajectory that this organization is on. And, I was looking at the numbers, and it's like a 35% continued annual growth rate, right? Year over year over year. And then I'm looking at the industry, I'm going, holy smokes, they're only growing at a 9% clip, So I was like, what's the secret sauce? What's going on here? And so I start realizing, it's all about the partnerships. It's all about the partnerships that we have, whether it's partnerships with, huge organizations like Blackstone that are out there, allowing us to give you guys more favorable, products at more competitive prices, better index offerings that help your clients grow money, a little bit quicker with strong cap rates, strong participation rates, and I'm looking at all this stuff and it's going, holy smokes, the company's doing really, really well. And I truly believe, guys, it's all because the company's focused on middle market America. They're focused on a portion of the world that, in my opinion, especially when it comes to what we do each and every day, is being completely left out, right? Absolutely left out and not really focused on by a lot of the big providers that are out there. And it's kind of wild, guys, because I've been talking to some distribution officers, across the industry here as of late, and it's incredible how much all of a sudden everybody wants access to the market that all of us are associated with. Middle market America, average, every ordinary people, that are out there trying to protect their families, and make sure that, heaven forbid, something happened to them, there's either income that they can count on, or, a massive legacy that they can leave behind. But guys, partnership is one of those things that's really, really tricky. And, Universal Wealth in the grand scheme of things, right, is a newer organization. But F&G is, guys, our leadership team here is pretty incredible. And it's really unique to see. They go, hey, yeah, I know this is a new organization, but let's get them contracted. Let's give them all that we have. Let's actually put them in a distribution channel that not everybody gets access to. A distribution channel that has less than 8 players inside of it, guys. I don't know if you've heard this before, but Universal Wealth and their partnership with F&G, they are part of a distribution channel called the Affiliated Partners. Inside of the Affiliated Partners, guys, you get more boutique service. You get access to not 1, not 2, but 3 wholesalers, where a lot of times, guys, in our world, guys, I have a different side of the house that has over 200 plus different agencies associated to it. You guys are associated to a unique group. Those 200 plus agencies, they split 5 wholesalers total. 200, and they only got 5 guys that are out there and supporting them. Here at Universal Wealth, you have 3 that just support you, right? Just support you. And I was always asking myself, why is it that the company's doing this, guys? And it boils down to a few things. It boils down to three specific things. One, you guys have a system that's proven profitable and predictable. You guys have a turnkey system that if you put yourself in the system and just surrender to it, you guys are going to realize that everything that this system is asking you to do, it is going to end up making sure that you are successful. At the same time, we look at your back office, we look at the tools that you guys have, everything that the team's been putting together to you, it's top notch. But guys, the hardest one, the one that I think is absolutely the most important, is your leadership. When you guys look at your leadership across the organization, I see it from the people at the very, very top all the way to the folks that are in the middle. Guys, they understand that your success is their success, that your failure is their failure. That is very, very unique. That is not something that you see elsewhere. And I've been around all of the big names. You name them out there, I probably worked with them in some way, shape, or form, guys. But your leadership is different. I mean, I don't get to say this. When I get to go to the meetings, I really get to feel like I'm at home. I mean, good golly. I mean, me and Jason and his mom, or we're texting even this morning, on stuff. That's not normal, right? So you guys truly have a leadership that cares about you. And you have a team that has a system. They put the tools together and everything that you need to be successful. In my opinion, guys, there's no better place than Universal Wealth here right right now, right? You guys just have to get in that mindset to grow, be coachable, and keep pushing along. But before I just close things out and I pass this back to our presenters here today, I want to end everything with a little bit of a story, right? So, my old man, he grew up in a farming community in northern Ohio. Right. And he grew up around cattle and everything like that. And so he would always tell me this story. And it took me a really long time for me to figure it out. But he would tell me this story about this farm boy who, ran across the street. He ran up the road a mile is what I actually found out. And so he goes and he knocks on the farmer's door because he wants to take the farmer's daughter to prom. Right. And so, this farmer, he says, hey, you know what? You can take my daughter to prom, but you got to prove it to me first before I allow you to ask her. Right. And so he says, you see that big cage over there? He's like, I want you to get into it. And I'm going to send out a bull. I'm actually going to send out 3 bulls. I'm going to give you 3 shots at this. Right. And all you've got to do is you just got to grab the tail of the bull. So the first bull he sends out, right, it's a dad. He's got to scare the young man, of course. So the first bull has real big horns, and everything like that. And so this bull comes running at him. And all of a sudden, this young man, he gets scared. He jumps out of the ring real fast, right? He goes, holy smokes, that thing was way too big. That's too much for me to handle, right? And so the farmer goes, all right, well, let me give you another shot, right? So he sends out another bull. It's a little bit smarter than all of that. And that bull comes running out. But once again, the farm boy gets scared, right? So he jumps out of the ring. Last but not least, the farmer's trying to be nice to him, right? He sends out a little bull, right? Comes running towards him. And then the young man gets all excited. He says, hey, I can do this. When he jumps to the side, he goes to grab the tail of that bull just to realize that there was no tail at all, right? And so I've been sitting here for years and trying to think, what is my old man talking about? Guys, he's talking about opportunities in life. Sometimes there's these really big opportunities that seem scary, right? They seem daunting, just like you got here at Universal Wealth. And all you've got to do is grab hold of that bull. So with all that being said, I hear the dinger. Let me pass this back to our speakers here today. I appreciate you guys having me. We'll talk to you later. Take it easy.
No days off. No days off. Shot. No.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's give it up for Alex. Keeping it moving, keeping it moving. Our next speaker is going to be from America. Let's all give a virtual applause to Coulter. All right. Like I said, right, we don't panic, we pivot. We're going to circle back on Coulter. Let's keep it moving. Coming up next is going to be the representative from North American. Let's give a virtual applause to Jacob. Up.
Hey folks, thank you for having me. I do really appreciate it. As mentioned, my name is Jacob Chapman. I'm the regional sales director for North American on our annuity team. The team had asked me to join the meeting here quick, so thank you for giving me a few minutes. I do really appreciate it. I'm going to cover just a few quick things as far as why North American is such a strong partner for your clients' annuity needs, who our annuities would be best suited for, what you should be thinking about, and a real world example for where these annuities are going to be a great fit for your client's retirement portfolio. So real briefly, again, North American Annuities, our home office is here in the West Des Moines, Iowa location. So we're centrally located, and I get out to the region. I cover Arizona to Montana, Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and Hawaii. And then there's 9 other sales directors that help throughout the rest of the country. But as a company standpoint, we've been around 138 years. We're 100% employee owned. We're an ESOP company. So what that means for you and your clients is there's no private equity telling us what to do. We, in fact, own a majority share in private equity, Guggenheim to be specific. So we are able to make decisions that's best for our end user clients, for you guys, our partner advisors, and for us, right? Our first responsibility is making sure that we can uphold the promises that you made to your clients. So again, been around a long, long time, and we're the only 100% employee-owned company in the space. Um, Product I wanted to talk about briefly has been our number one seller here these last 4 years. It's called our Charter Plus. In 2026, we're going to do somewhere between $1.5 billion to $2 billion in this product alone this year. Again, Charter Plus, it's available in either a 10 or a 14-year surrender charge period. The design of this, guys, is top cash value accumulation with a premium bonus, right? You can get anywhere from 14% all the way up to 29% cash value premium bonus that starts working for your clients right away. We've got a ton of different index allocation options to choose from. This is a fantastic bond or CD alternative in the fixed income space. Again, we're going to give them that cash value bonus day one. Works great for replacing older annuities that haven't performed well or were just written in a lower interest rate environment. But what really sets our Charter Plus product apart is it's the only one of the only flexible premium bonus annuities in the industry. So what do I mean by that? Clients can add money at any time during the 10 or 14-year surrender period, and it does not restart their surrender charge schedule, right? They can add money in year 7. It's fully liquid after the 10th year on the 10-year product, of course. What's great about that is any new premium that gets added in the first 3 years of the policy is going to receive the same premium bonus that they initially qualified for, right? So on our 10-year product, they can get up to a 23% cash value premium bonus. Again, that's good for any new premium added in the first 3 years. Works fantastic for clients that want to continue contributing to their retirement account. Once it's funded, we can take as little as $50 a month. If they just want to keep throwing money at it, we're glad to accept it. Any new premium in the first 3 years that they add, they're going to get that same bonus that they initially qualified for. Again, no rolling surrender charges, nothing like that. So think for your clients that are going to want to continue contributing or that may have older annuities written in a lower rate environment, this is going to be a great annuity upgrade or annuity refinance story. Works great for clients that are concerned about taxes during retirement. They want to create a tax-free bucket of money. This works fantastic. We're one of the few carriers that offer partial internal Roth conversions. We make it exceedingly simple, right? They've got their IRA and then they convert a portion of the Roth, whether they do one full conversion or a whole bunch of smaller conversions over a long time period. Every additional conversion goes into that newly converted Roth contract. So they're only ever going to have 2 policy numbers, 2 statements, 2 sets of allocations. So it makes it very, very simple. A lot of our advisors so far this year have really gravitated towards that partial Roth conversion strategy. We know what taxes are right now, right? Nobody loves the tax man. But even worse than paying taxes now is the potential for highly increased taxes down the road when our potential earning potential is very likely decreased if we're not retired already. The idea behind that is let's get the taxes taken care of now, so that way we have this tax-free bucket of money that we can do whatever we want with, 5, 10, 15 years down the line. So again, flexible premium with new bonuses in the first 3 years, annuity upgrade, partial Roth conversion, or obviously just your clients that are tired of earning 3 and 4% at a CD. They want a tax advantaged account with guaranteed growth right off the top. Our Charter Plus product is going to be a fantastic fit for them. Again, the way we're already into May somehow, but this product is pacing somewhere between $1.5 billion and $2 billion this year alone in this particular contract. So along with that, of course, we do have all kinds of other annuity options to choose from, but Charter Plus has been our number one seller, and we certainly anticipate that to continue. As far as from a company standpoint, like I said, I stayed at the office. We're closed down a little early on Fridays, but I stayed in. I wanted to join you guys So you'd have a chance to hear kind of high level, a little bit about who we are and how we do business. But something to keep in mind, I mentioned earlier, we're the only 100% employee owned company in the industry. So what that means is every new business rep, every suitability person, contracting, commissions, client services, they are either in the home office when you make a call to them, or they happen to be working from home that day. We service 100% of our annuity and life insurance policies in-house. So we don't farm that out to other companies. So when you make a call into us, you are going to be speaking with an employee owner, somebody that is invested in the well-being of your clients, right? The better the policy does, the better the client does, the better you guys do as advisors, the better I do as a wholesaler, right? I'm financially incented to make sure that we do as good of a job at every interaction, whether that's you calling into me and getting help with product design, or if you have questions on how your upcoming seminar is coming and you want help with positioning, we're always happy to help. I heard a little beep in there. Is that my timer? Oh, maybe. I think I had another few minutes. But again, just really appreciate you having us on here. You're dealing with an employee-owned company that's been around 138 years. We're financially invested in your success, right? Which means the better your clients do, the better we do. It's very important to us. We have documented stellar renewal rates on this particular contract. So a lot of the objections that we hear is, well, the bonus product, it's a teaser rate, right? That's not something you have to worry about with an employee owned company. Again, we have documented published renewal rates, fantastic history. This has been our best selling product, like I said, the last 3 or 4 years, and we have rates going clear back to a lower interest rate environment. So when you do business with North American, you don't have to worry about the rug getting pulled out from under your clients, like you may have seen with some other lower rated carriers. Not sure if I mentioned this, but we are an A+ rated company as well. I think that's probably my time here. I think Shane may have been trying to hop in. Everybody can hear me?
No days off. No days off. Shout. No days off. No days off.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. I hope you guys are taking notes. I hope you guys are definitely taking notes. So I would like to introduce the next speaker. We don't know if his camera is currently working. So are we going to try again with, okay, we are moving to Nationwide, because guess what, guys? Nationwide is definitely on your side. So let's welcome Matt.
Hello, everybody. How is it going? Right. So first off, just want to say thanks to everyone here at the team for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I have some very exciting news, but bear with me just a moment as I get my slideshow up. Right. All right. So again, thank you for everyone for giving me the opportunity to be here today, especially to Shane and the rest of the team. My name is Matt Bowles. I am a relationship consultant over here at Nationwide. I help to support the AmeriLife relationship as well as our Peak 10 fixed indexed annuity. So like I said, I do have some very exciting news to share. This past Monday, actually, we launched our Peak 10 in California. So I'm very, very happy to be able to spend some time with everyone here and really share, where we're seeing a lot of success with this product and where this will fit in to, what you guys are doing every single day. But a bit of background here, back in 2021, in partnership with AmeriLife, we created Peak 10. Peak 10 is a proprietary product, meaning that it can only be sold through an IMO under the AmeriLife umbrella. This means that it is not available to a majority of the broker-dealer world. So where's Peak 10 really fit? Or who, what can you expect from this product? First, it's same with any other fixed index annuity out there, protection from market risk, growth potential with guarantees. This is really where we are currently standing out right now, and we'll dive into that a bit more. Protection for a spouse. I'm not going to be able to spend a ton of time on this, but I do just want to, if nothing else, leave you with this. What we can do, because of the fact that we are annuitant driven, is we have the ability to protect protect both spouses' lives, even on qualified assets. And again, that is because of the fact that we are annuitant driven, and that is available at no additional cost. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. And then finally, guaranteed income for life, which again, this is a big part of what we do with this product, and we'll talk a bit more of that here in a moment. So who is Peak 10 specifically designed for? This is going to be for your more conservative clients. I would say anyone, around the age of 60, again, looking to, a little bit more upside market potential and looking for principal protection. And then, maybe you have a client that's currently in a fixed, some other fixed chassis that, they'd like a little more upside potential, or maybe a client that is looking to, go a bit more conservative and they have mutual fund stocks or variable annuity balances. This is a really great replacement option for that. But what I really want to highlight here is this is a really, really great replacement option for clients who may be retiring and have money in 401ks, especially those 401ks that are no longer being contributed to. We like to refer to those as lazy 401ks because they're really not doing a whole lot, right? So what Nationwide and what Peak 10 can provide is not only principal protection as well as growth potential, but also a very strong income rider in our bonus income plus. So please, if you have any clients that have these lazy 401ks and are looking for income, please consider looking at Peak 10 as a really great replacement option for those. All right, so here are the rates for California. As you can see, we do have 1-year capped options as well as 2-year participation rate options. We have an option A and an option B. As you can see, there is a spread on those A options. Just to talk about that for a moment, the spread is not a fee. The spread is, we just take the spread off of the earnings. So if there are no earnings over that 2-year period, the spread would not come out. And really what that does is that just gives Nationwide a little bit of extra buying power. And that's why you're going to see those participation rates on the A strategies a bit higher than those on the B. And then finally, we also have a fixed account that renews annually. So really where we're seeing a lot of feeds right now is going to be into the S&P 500, that fixed account, and then especially this BNP Paribas. This is really where we've been seeing a lot of success, and is what really is attributed to that our income plus accumulation story. So we'll be looking at a couple illustration slides here in a moment, and we'll be using the BNP Paribas on 75% with 25% in that S&P 500 1-year cap. So just keep that in mind when we get there. Now let's talk about the income riders here for a moment. So we do have 2 different income options. The first one, and we're not going to spend a ton of time on this, but the guaranteed income solution is our zero cost built-in option. This provides a 4% simple interest for up to 10 years. And really just where we're seeing this being utilized is as additive to accumulation. So if you have a client that's just looking for accumulation, this will just be there in the background operating in case they ever need it. So keep that in mind. But what I really want to spend some time on here is going to be this bonus income plus rider. This is where we've seen a lion's share of our business and where a lot of our success has been with this product over the over the last 4 years. So what you get with this is you are going to get a 25% bonus to the benefit base day 1. along with an 8% simple interest roll up for up to 10 years or first withdrawal. You can take income out as soon as day 30, and that is going to be the same with that guaranteed income solution as well. But another really important thing to note here is that we will also compare the contract value to that benefit base every contract anniversary. If the contract value ever outpaces what that guaranteed side's doing, so that 25% and that 8% roll up, if it ever climbs above that on the contract anniversary, that will become the new benefit base. And that's what you're seeing here in years 4 and 5, right? The dotted line is that guaranteed roll up. The solid line is going to be that contract value. So in those years where it's above that, that's what we will use for the contract value. And later on, as you can see here in years 7 and 8, if that benefit base or that 8% roll up starts to outpace the contract value, we'll basically re-add that as the benefit base at that time. So another important thing to note is we will do this even after income has been turned on. All right. All right, so we're not going to spend a ton of time here with Darren, but I did just want to show you what the payout percentages are and talk a little bit about where we are currently seeing our bonus income plus rider right now. This is going to be really where we're seeing a lot of success is going to be in these, for single life is going to be for income now or in the shorter to mid-range deferrals. And then on joint life, we're winning in just about every situation. And that is really attributed to the fact that the difference in our single life and joint life payouts is just 30 basis points, whereas industry average is around 50. All right, so here's the illustration slide that I was mentioning. So this is just the guaranteed minimum. This is $250,000 investment with a client taking, or 60-year-old client taking income at 65. Worst case scenario, after 5 years deferral, they're going to get $27,344. Now let's look at the most recent 10 years of data. As you can see, 29,000 in year 6. But if nothing else, just to leave you with, look at the situation where the income here is growing even after income is turned on. That's, again, really attributed to the fact that we are able to look at the contract value every contract anniversary, even after turning on income. So thank you, everybody, for your time today. My name is Matt Bowles. If you have any questions about Peak 10, please feel free to give me a shout, and look forward to working with you all.
No days off. No days off. No days off.
All right, guys, let's hear one more time from Matt from Nationwide. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I have an annuity, and I am so looking forward to be at that age where I can now roll it over into a lifetime income annuity. So a lot of great information. Thank you so much. So moving right along, coming up next is going to be Coulter, and he is for America. So let's give him some virtual applause. All right, while we're waiting on Coulter to hop back in, let's hear it in the chat, guys. What are we feeling? How are we feeling? What's going on? Come on, let's hear it in the chat. Let's hear it in the chat. Or you know what? If someone hears me in the background, Shane, is it possible to phone someone in and let's kind of hear what their takeaway is so far? I don't even know if that's even a thing, if that's possible to do here, but is that something that maybe we can do? Phone someone in and just kind of hear,
hey guys,
maybe a few takeaways of what they have for the event so far?
absolutely. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
All right. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I coming in clear? Again, I'm sorry, I do not sing, so I will not sit here and try to even attempt to sing. I am not a dad, so I also do not have any dad jokes or anything like that. So, but I want to say, I believe on your side on the screen, there should be a button that it says to call in. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So if you see that button that it says call in, come on guys, let's do this. Let's call, let's ask some questions. Let me hear your takeaways. It's over 530 something of you guys, so it is really hard for me to try to keep up with that chat. So if someone wants to call in, don't be afraid. We are all family here. Let's go. Let's call in. All right. I don't know how this is gonna work. But TJ put, I'm assuming is a joke in the chat. So, and he said, how was the baseball player able to dive 100 feet into a glass of root beer without getting hurt? It was a soft drink. So I will not take credit for that. So if it wasn't funny, get on TJ for that one. So I will definitely not take credit for that. Guys, I just want to thank everyone for being so patient with us. Again, this is our first time doing a virtual event like this. This is our first time doing it from the studio. As you know, all our speakers and the main studio itself, we are all over the country. But okay, Miss Leah. Hi, Miss Leah. How are you today?
Hi, Awilda. Just want to tell you, you're doing amazing. Everyone in the back office, everyone on the back end, you guys are doing great. We are offering grace. We're sending you positive vibes. I'm sitting here in my living room. I got my dogs. I've got people on Zoom. We're streaming for you. I've got people at the house. You guys are doing great. I just wanted to offer some takeaways while we have this moment. I've had to start a new notebook, guys. I filled up my other notebook already. I took several pages of notes. So I'm on another notebook. If you're not taking notes, you need to go get a pen, get something paper, sticky note, a napkin. You guys need to be writing this stuff down. I personally wanted to share a takeaway. I have a nationwide annuity. I rolled my teacher retirement, my ASRS into it. I was so excited to hear that within the first 3 years, I can access that bonus that I received when I did my initial rollover. I'm already planning on talking to my husband, like, we're within that 3 years, what money can I put back into my retirement? Because I'm doing this full time, I'm not gaining retirement anywhere else. So that's a game changer for me. So personally, as a client, love that, love the information that he shared. And then on the nationwide Pink 10, we are working with clients right now that are small business owners. They have no other options for retirement. They're on their own. And this product that he shared is a great option. So we're looking forward to continuing that process with them and getting them set up. They're in their 50s. They want to be conservative. Like, this is their future that they're in charge of. So I'm super thankful that we got to hear from Nationwide today about that product particularly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said before, I'm looking forward to getting older, right? Just for that same reason. Because
Well, I don't want to get older, but I definitely am looking forward to seeing how my money is when I'm older.
Well, I also want access to it, right? Without any additional tax penalties. If you know, right? So
Yes.
understanding what we have, the products that we're able to provide for our clients is huge, right? It's like this is gonna be a dad joke, so don't hate me on it because I'm probably gonna jack it up. But
I love dad jokes. Go with it, Awilda. Just send it.
It's not even a dad joke, but it was that commercial. I don't know if it was about hair loss or something that the guy said, like, I'm not only a client, I'm also like the president or whatever. Like, I'm a true believer in the products that we have because I do own multiple of the products that we have, just like Maribel said when she spoke, right? Every product has its own purpose. So, and that's the beauty of what we do, right? Not only are we able to help other individuals that we're sitting with, we're able to also help our families as well. Leah, thank you so much for calling in.
Of
I am looking
course. You're
forward for
doing
the
great,
rest of
guys. Love
May.
you all. Let's keep it up. The energy's great. Information's great. Keep rocking it, Queen.
Thank you, Miss Leah. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Backstage, were we able to get a hold of Mr. Coulter? Is he the one that's coming up next? No, he is not. All right. So before Coach Kurt starts speaking, I just want to say something, guys, and I'm gonna throw in a plug, right? If you are not jumping into his Bible studies on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sunday, boy, oh boy, you are missing out. What the Lord is doing in this man and the knowledge that he is spreading to the rest of us, I truly appreciate you, Coach Kurt. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything that you do. So if anyone wants that information, we will definitely put that along. So just a little bit about Coach Kurt before we get started. As you already know, he loves Jesus. Jesus is his Lord and Savior, as it is for me. He is 38 years married, has 3 high achieving children, has 21 and a half, did 21 and a half years in the U.S. Navy. We won't hold that against him. I was in the Army, so we'll kind of let that one ride. And he is definitely leading a growing team coast to coast. Everyone, just give your virtual applause to Coach Kurt.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the country. So thank you guys for having me here. Let me begin with this. I was given a topic, from opportunity to mission. This business is bigger than a paycheck. Wow, when I received that topic, I was a little skeptical. I was like, what are they trying to do? What's going on? And then I realized, how we look at anything determines how we perform. And I was like, oh, they see that I got my 50,000 watch. They see that I'm on track to make well over 100,000 this year. Oh, it's all about me. Oh, man, guess what? It wasn't. I woke up at 2:50 this morning, and the first thing I heard was, hey, it's not about you. It's about because you had a 8.5 year front row seat to seeing the 2 agents I'm going to talk about today perform. Specifically Agent B, who I call Maribel Ramirez Alvarez, right? So let's get this on. Today we're going to talk about 2 agents, 2 legacies, family. Agent A chases every commission. Big producer on paper, but clients don't call back. Agent B leads with education, takes more time with the clients, earns less upfront, but has a 20-year waiting list. Which of these agents, family, are really world class? More importantly, I want you to ask yourself, which one of these agents are you? Yes, you. Think about that. Top producers in this industry do not chase the money. They chase the mission, and the money follows the mission. The financial services industry is a business built on trust. Trust from a client perspective says this: the person sitting across from me, he has my best interest in mind, he or she. Now, the easiest way to convey this trust is to concentrate on education first and education always. Knowing that the client who makes a decision from a place of understanding why, because of the time you spent with them, we spent with them, in educating them, will never be poached because they understand why they made the decision they made in the first place. Agent A, commission focused agents, sell products. Agent B, mission focused agents, build understanding, knowing that understanding builds permanence. Agent B are not hitting and moving, hitting and running, but they know the statistics that clients who report feeling well informed by their agent have drastically higher referral and retention rates, R&R. When I was in the military, that was a big deal, but this is a bigger deal. Better R&R, referral and recreation and retention, right? We cannot confuse our way to a client's loyalty, family. Understand that. After building trust through genuine education, Agent B recognizes that the mission of putting the clients first through education is the best marketing ever. They understand that nobody refers friends to someone who sold them something, but they refer their friends, their family, their people to someone who changes their life. We are in the life-changing business. Educated clients become evangelists, always sharing the good news without anyone even asking, family. They go everywhere, home, work, play, telling people not about the products, but about how Agent B made them feel. How someone who operates like Maribel Ramirez Alvarez has displayed these 8.5 years to me made them feel. Our goal is to leave every encounter making people feel empowered because we cared. Commission-focused agent, Agent A, seek to spend dollars on advertising. Agent B understand to focus on education, and their clients become the best referral source, doing all the advertising for them. They understand the need to slow down to speed up. Did I say that? Slow down to speed up. Family, the best marketing campaign we will ever run is to create clients who truly understand their financial future because you, me, we showed up. In the final analysis, Agent A, those who focus solely on commission, they burn out. While Agent B, those of us who focus on leaving a client better than we found them, with top-notch financial literacy, we burns bright. Family, understand this, that if your why is only the paycheck, every slow month, and you will have them, will be a crisis. When your why is the mission, every slow month, should you have them, is a chance to plant more seeds. In life, family, life will always be about seed time and harvest. And every seed you sow will bear fruit. The agent who burns out the fastest will be those that build their motivation around numbers. The ones who last decades build their motivation around building people. Truly, family, building people. Some of you in this room are already fatigued. Ask yourself, are you fatigued by the work or by the reason you're doing the work? Are you fatigued by the commission drive or the mission drive? Are you Agent A or Agent B? Mission-driven agents. We build practices that outlast us. We build teams. We develop successes. We create legacies. Family, a career focused only on commission is a sprint. A career focused on the mission is a marathon, which becomes a movement. Commit to be an Agent B. And family, choose to focus on the mission. In closing, decide today, make the shift, starting now. Before we wrap up today, and surely before your next client meeting, ask yourself, is my goal to write business, or is it to make this person more financially literate? Yes, we all have production goals, or we should have them. Yes, commission pays our bills and the mortgage. But the producers who last, the one who sleeps soundly, the ones who make increasing financial literacy the product, and let the commission be the byproduct. Family, I want you to envision with me, see with me for a moment, that you, yes, you own a practice where the client calls you all the time, where it gets to the point that they are bringing their adult children to you, where your phone is ringing off the hook constantly because someone's friend told them that you are the one that can communicate and that you are the one that make things plain by actually explaining things in layman's term, that you are a mission-oriented person. Family, let's commit to leaving here and be on the mission of serving and educating others on financial literacy. Not be an agent who solely focuses on commission. Family, in closing, I just want to say this to you, that I am thankful for the opportunity to address you today. Why am I thankful to address you? Because I know this, that inside of every one of you on this call, listening to this video, greatness awaits. It's inside of you. You just got to show up and show out, because the greater one lives in you, and you are a mission-minded focus, because you understand, we all understand where we were when we got that call. Thank you. May God bless you richly.
I mean, what is there to say, right? I just want everybody to know.
Turn it up!
Oh, I mean, like, let's keep it going. Let's let the music go. Let's let it go. All right. I lost my sound on my end, so I could not hear what Coach Kurt was saying. But just from seeing him on video, I could feel his conviction. I could just feel it right through the screen, right? So just another applaud, Coach Kurt. We love you. We love you. We love you. So coming up next, she is my sister from another mister. We actually have more in common than we thought. And thanks to this business, we figured that out, right? We realized that. She's originally from Paterson, New Jersey, so fellow sister at that. But not only did we have that in common, we also lived in the same town in West Milford, New Jersey. Never ran into each other or nothing like that. And it took this business to bring us together. So when you hear you are meant to be here, it truly is. You are meant to be here. You are meant to be here for a reason. So everyone, let's put your virtual hands together for Tony Serrano.
Let me know when it's on.
Just keep smiling.
Oh my God, Awilda, you could have just done my speech for me. It is so crazy when we talk about things happening for a reason and why we're all here. I mean, this is 4.5 years ago, and we literally didn't meet each other until this business. Lived down the street. Her kids actually were my daughter's gymnastic teacher, and then my neighbors were her trainers, and all of that. And we didn't really start knowing each other until we came into this business. So if you don't think that that's something special, I don't know what to tell you. I bet you each and every one of you have your own story on how you were intertwined into Universal Wealth. And that's because Universal Wealth is not a company, but it is a movement. We have vision, we're on a mission, and there's belief, right? Movements are not built by accident. Every single one of you are here for a reason. And if you don't believe that, you better start believing it. Think about how you got here. Think about the stories that you hear. Everything you do must be intentional, not just in this business, but in all areas of your life. You know that we believe very strong that faith is our foundation, right? And when you're part of a movement and you're part of something big, Trust me, you are going to get hit with challenges. You are going to get tested. That is why you need to be grounded in faith. You must be aligned. You must have something to go to when things knock you off track, because they're going to. And every time you think that you're one step ahead, something is going to come to test you to see how strong you are aligned and how strong your faith is and how much you actually believe that you're supposed to be here. Something will always try to knock you off your track. The next thing here is that we are so strong with our family. We do not want you to be successful and at the end of the day turn around and nobody is there with you. Family is our anchor. It's the reason we do what we do, but it's not just about providing financially. It's about what your kids see you do, watching you build your dreams, watching you being present, watching you not have to choose between being successful and being a parent. And your family extends outside of the four walls, outside your kids, outside your husband, right? It extends to your agents. We become family. We want to make sure that we want to make sure that you guys are doing good. We care about your family. We care about what's going on with you guys, right? It's not just about producing and about numbers. It's about living the life fully. The other thing that we are really, really, really strong on is having a vision and having a purpose. This industry has gone left. We are no longer about helping families and providing solutions. It's all about commissions and trying to make a sale. That is not what we do here at Universal Wealth. We want to make sure that we're providing the best support and solutions to our families that we sit down with, right? We are life insurance agents, guys. Don't complicate this. We are life insurance agents, and what we do, we're here to protect people's life, health, and income. We want to make sure that when at the worst time of people's lives, that they can turn around and know that they're protected. They can turn around and make sure that they have something financially to take care of them and their family, so that at the very least, they don't have to worry about that. Their children at least can still live the life that they need to live and be financially okay, right? Our mission is to equip family with knowledge and tools to support and achieve financial independence. We're not here to push policies, guys, but sometimes it is our job to get stern. We're here to change how families think, plan, and protect their future. We have a vision of servant leadership. Guys, everyone has a different idea of what leadership is, and trust me, it's not what you think it is. It's a responsibility. It is not about a title. It is not about a rank. It is not about you anymore. It's about what you represent. This is a movement, and it doesn't grow on its own. It grows with each and every one of you. Each and every one of you are leaders, and you are part of this movement. You're not just participants. So just like our foundation is, just like our faith is our foundation, you represent what we stand for. And I truly mean that. It is so important that every conversation you have, guys, whether it's in the business or out of the business, every post you make, everything that you're saying online, every meeting that you attend, you are a reflection of this movement. And you must speak with conviction. You must carry belief. And you must communicate the vision daily. Your vision might be a little bit different than your neighbors or your agents or even the company, right? You have your own vision. We have a vision as a company, and then you have your own personal vision. But you must speak it daily. Let your kids hear it. Let your friends and family hear it. Not only on the good days, but every single day. This doesn't grow by chance. Movements aren't built by accident. And Universal Wealth is not here by accident, and neither are you. If you are here, it is on purpose. So guys, I need you to understand every single one of you are leaders. I need you to speak with intention, lead on purpose, because when you open your mouth, you are not just talking. You, every single one of you, and all of our future agents, you are the one setting our standard. You are the one shaping our culture, and you are the one building this movement. So tell your story, speak your conviction, and show the world what Universal Wealth is all about with your success. Thank you.
Let's go. Good job.
Let's go. Let's go. I mean, with an ending like that, right? That was awesome. Again, I hope you guys are taking a lot of notes. Let me hear you. Well, let me see how you're feeling. Put it in the chat. Come on, guys. Let me see it. Let me see it. Give me some thumbs up emojis, some fire emojis, some hearts. You say, let me just hear it. All right. Fire it up. A little rocket ship. All right. Love it. Our next speaker, it is actually going to be the other half of Mrs. Tony Serrano. Coming up next, we have our next speaker, John Serrano. But before he jumps on, I just want to say that I appreciate what Tony and John have done and continue to do for me and my family. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard, I have stayed at their house when we've had events in Arizona. I have brought my children, and according to my children, John has been the best babysitter ever. So without any further ado, let's welcome John Serrano.
Everybody just all slow.
Hit the place, go clan, that's my anthem, that's my bang, 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 knees bent, core tight, I'm built for war, push through the wall, then I want some more, doubt, try talking, but I changed the code, now it's beast frequency, lose.
You're on.
What's up, everybody? How you doing today? What an event so far, right? So I was asked to talk a little bit about going in through my story, but a lot of you guys know me, and I'm just gonna briefly talk about my story a little bit, right? From New Jersey, I was an electrician for 15 years. We moved out to Arizona in 2018, and I met this man that's sitting in this room right here, Jason Beauvais. And in the beginning, I was not all in with this. My wife was all in with it, right? But then through the months that we were going through, I started getting a little bit of a vision and saw some things, right? So when I started, my first reaction was, I'm going to quit my job in 90 days. I'm going all in, and I'm going to quit my job in 90 days. Well, my wife retired me in 82. All right, so we did that, right? But then what I really want to talk about, and where a lot of people don't know my story fully, right, is this one section of it. And, being in line with your leader, right, the person that's kind of showing you the business and as you're building this is so important with this, because through our conversations, Jason actually heard me say that, I was still paying my dues in the union. I was a union electrician. And if anybody knows, through the union, you can pay dues and you can keep your journeyman's card. You can, and this way you can just go down to the union hall and go out and go out to work the next day. There's too many cameras, baby. I love it. I got you. But guys, if you could see this background over here, it's awesome. It is so cool. I applaud all the marketing team and everybody, man. It's so great. But right, there's a part of my story where I was talking and I was still paying my union dues, right? I had a plan B, right? Just in case this didn't work, right? I worked 5 years at getting that journeyman's card, getting my license, all that stuff, right? And then Jason heard me say that, and if it wasn't for him, right, and challenging me, right, because he literally said to me, he's like, bro, I thought you were all in. I'm like, I am. And he's like, no, you're not. You have a plan B. And I thought for a minute. I'm like, oh my God, he's not wrong. He's like, if you were all in, you would leave the union completely. Guys, that was the hardest decision that I ever had to make in my life. Honestly, not the hardest decision, but it was a scarcity moment for myself, right? I worked so hard, right? My family, I had kids, there's a roof over their head, they're getting food on the table, right? And guys, it didn't happen overnight. It was probably about 5-7 days that I thought about this, and I thought about this, right? And at that time, Tony and I, we were right around the 100,000, 125 mark in this business, right? And when I finally made that decision of saying I'm terminating myself from the union, right, that I worked so hard to do, right, guys, our income doubled. The next month, we had the biggest month that we ever had, right? So, whatever it is that you're talking about, and dude, come here, man. Come here, bro.
No plan B.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. No plan B. Listen, man, this guy right here, I appreciate him so much because he has challenged me like nobody has ever challenged me before, right? To get better in this business, to be a better leader, to be an example to, new agents that are coming in, man. So, dude, forever.
Listen, he's a Yankees fan. You have to challenge them all the time. They have terrible baseball taste, but not proud of you, dude. But it was a real moment for 1 second. He was talking and he said, I still got my union. And I said, bro, I can't rock with you. You're not all in. I'm all in. You're not all in. And he had to wait for a minute. And dude, it's been cool to see what happened. But I mean, you were working hard doing everything, but all in's a mindset, right? It's all is a mindset. So I give it back to you. I'm proud of you, bro. You killed it, bro.
And guys, I know I have a couple of minutes here, right? But all in's a strategy, right? And I just want to read this because I did find this, right? All in's a strategy. It's a decision. There's no backup plan. There's no hesitation. There's no half effort. When you burn the bridges behind you, you really, really discover how powerful you really are. All right, so guys, release it. Release it. Let's go all in. Right now is the time for this industry, right? With the greatest wealth transfer that's happened. You're going to hear all about that later, right? Guys, right now is the time to be in this industry, and I'm just super excited to watch all of you change your last names forever and whatever it is that you want for your life. So, Awilda, let me hear another dad joke, baby.
Nice. Good job.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do another dad joke, but I will definitely take one in the chat, right? I'll work on that one. I'll try to come up with one before before this day is over. But I mean, guys, listen. There is no plan B, right? If we're going to make that decision to go all in, that's what we need to do, right? Just go all in. So coming up next, she is from Texas. So some of you might already know who I'm speaking about, but we always hear her other half, Ed, say, everyone needs to find themselves a Kim. And it's because she understands this business, the ins and outs of this business like no one else. So put your virtual hands together and let's welcome Ms. Kim Cross.
No days off. No days off. Shot. No days off. Stop. Let's go.
Along goes up.
Thank you very much. That was awesome. I don't know if you can hear both of these, but can you hear me still? Put a thumbs up.
Close out one tab. Just close out one of your tabs.
So I was asked to talk about why I went all in, just like John was talking about. It is a decision. It's a choice that you have to make and to just do it for your family. So I just want to start off by saying I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad that every single one of you are here. I start all of our Monday meetings off like that. Very glad that y'all are here with us. And it's kind of cool because this has pretty much come full circle. We actually, in January of 2021, Ed went with Jason and Nick to an event, but because of COVID, only like very few people could go. They had to space out the event. Everyone was sitting 6 feet apart. It had like 3 people at each big, huge tables. And that was, they put it on Zoom and we could all watch from wherever we were at. So Jackie, his mom, and I watched together. And that's whenever we went all in. We finally found, like, we could see his passion for what we were doing. We could see Jason putting him up on stage. We could see just the teamwork that was going on and all of the good stuff that was happening. And it really solidified the decision that he had made. And if he was going to go all in, we kind of had to too. I had already gotten licensed. Jackie had already gotten licensed. We actually got licensed on the exact same day. We passed our test together on the same day. But up until then, like I think that was in mid-November, but up until then, it was Ed's thing. It wasn't my thing. It wasn't Jackie's thing. It was Ed's thing. But that January, when we launched that virtual event, it became our thing. And I think that is what it takes to have. Savita said Jesus because his butt was in there. Um, but we had to make that decision to where we were like, okay, we're not just going to put it on him. We're going to do this together. And so by February, I had quit working and all of that stuff, and we just did this together. And I tell a story all the time about me being a softball player. Some people don't know that I went to college on a softball scholarship, and I was the second batter. And for those that don't know, the second batter is the sacrifice bunter, pretty much. And I think that kind of solidifies my role in a lot of things. Like, you go do your thing, and I'll help you get around the bases and make our team score, right? So the first batter would always get on. She had like a 650 batting average. She was amazing. I would swing and miss, and she would steal second because she was so fast. I would bunt, and then she would make it to third, and hopefully I would make it to first. But then by the time our third batter was up, we already had a score. And so I will always take it for the team anytime if it's for the good of the team. And so by saying that, I think that with the shift in, okay, I'll take this part, Ed will take this part, we started to trust each other a little bit more, that we were going to handle things without the other one having to put our 2 cents in. And so once you start believing that you can actually do this business, it all just starts to fall into place. It's crazy how I was deathly afraid because I started doing apps and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I don't push a button? And then I mess it all up, but you just have to take action. And that's literally if you just start taking action and not be scared to do anything, because they'll help you fix it. Like, you can't do it wrong because they'll help you fix it. And that's what I strive to be. I want to be there for all of our teammates to help them get through whatever it is and help them be brave enough to take action. I think Ed posted something the other day. It was like, clarity comes with action. You can't stand in one spot and just find out where to go. You have to start going and be like, oh, that's not the right direction. Let me try this way. Let me try this way. And that's where the failure comes in and pushes you right towards the right direction. And so don't be afraid. Make the decision. Go all in and do it for your family. I mean, we have been working so close together, and we just kind of solidified the direction and where we're going. And that is for the best of our family, for our legacy, for our future, and for the best of everyone that is trusting us to lead them. And so if you haven't made the decision to go all in and you haven't started to believe in yourself that you can do this, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Today would be the greatest day ever to do it. That's it. That's it. Go all in, everybody, everyone here. I'm not as good as Awilda at filling the time. She's doing amazing. Keep it up, Awilda.
All right, guys, let's hear for Kim. Let's go. Let's see those applauses. How's everyone feeling? Let me see it in the chat. Give me a 1 if you are like super fired up with everyone that has already been speaking. Come on, let me see those ones. Let me see those ones. Let's go. Let's go. So coming up next, we have a mom of 3. She's a full-time traveler. And for those of you that follow her on social media, you'll know that she has a passion and a love for what we do, the education portion of it, right? She has a passion to help her husband's line of work, which is in the lineman industry. So let's put our virtual hands together for Ms. Jacqueline.
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Hi, thanks guys. Thanks for the opportunity to speak. I low-key was writing notes, so I'm so glad to be here. Every single time I get to speak, it really is an honor, and I'm like mind blown every single time. Like, this is wild. So I appreciate it. But I have 3 different things I want to go over. 1, why am I all in? Why did I decide to make the shift and come over here? To know that, you'll have to know a little bit of my backstory. So when I found Universal Wealth, we were going through a financial crisis, and I never thought we'd be in that position, like ever. And I think a lot of us are actually going through those things. But when I was going through that, I was actually already going through licensing. I was a little nervous, but it was holding me back like for a solid year. I've been in this industry like 2.5 years now. You can ask Cindy. I was not doing really much of anything. I didn't really believe in it. I was a little nervous, and here's why. I was very full of shame. My thought process was, man, like, I'm going through this financial crisis. We had to put our mortgage payment on a payment plan. I was Ubering my kids to like feed them because we didn't have work. And why would someone want to listen to me about finances or life insurance or protection or any of those things if this is really the position that I'm in? How can I authentically say, like, I can help you with all of these things when in the background I was actually really struggling? Our whole family was, not just me. So it took me about a year to figure out what my niche was, who I was speaking to. And once I figured that out, I really found my voice. I really found who I was speaking to. And it's not because not everyone goes through this. Everyone in the entire nation, everyone that deals with money goes through this. So it's not specific to my niche. That just gave me the authority and the authenticity and the relatability to be able to speak to them clearly and with confidence. The thing that shifted for me mentally that helped put me on this trajectory and being able to have the opportunity to now speak in front of y'all was that I stopped allowing my shame to tell me that I wasn't qualified. And I started actually believing that the calling that God placed in my heart, which for some strange reason is this industry, that meant more. The belief shift that changed and moved me into action was knowing that the people that God placed around me, the leadership, the owners of the firm, my mentors, that God put them there for a reason and that I could believe them to help refine me. Now, I think one of the most important things that I want to reiterate here is that God made you for perfectly and he put you here for a reason. He didn't put you here and ask you to change. He didn't put you here and say, you need to be more nice when you talk. I hope you could hear that. I tend to be a little forward and direct. And so that's been one of my criticisms. Not criticisms, just things to consider. But then I started to think like, God didn't put me here and ask me to change. He asked me to come here and be bold and step out in faith. So I don't have to listen to the shame because I think a lot of you know this, that shame is from the voice of the enemy. It has nothing to do with what God says about you or has for you. And so when you listen to that small voice in the back of your head that says, you're not qualified, you went through X, Y, and Z, you're not relatable, people don't want to listen to you. When you listen to that voice, you are blocking the blessing. Okay. I think I said this the last time too. It's kind of profound, right? So if you feel called here, if you feel like, man, there's something, but it's just really hard, I can't grasp it. I know there's something deep down, and that's me, right? Like, I know that, like, I'm going somewhere. Like, I have full belief in that. But if you feel that way, and the only thing really holding you back is your past, I don't know the products. This is what I come from. This is what my past looks like. If you listen to those things, you'll never step into what God has you here for, in the assignment that he has you here for, and you'll never achieve the things that he has for you on the horizon because you have to step out in faith first. You have to believe that the reason you're here is far bigger than you, right? Another thing that changed mentally for me is that I stopped. Whoa, that was scary. I stopped listening to. Are we good? Very good. Okay, cool. We're good. I stopped listening to the input of others, the people around me. One of the mind shifts that I had most recently within the last 6 months, and I think this one is huge, is don't take advice from people that are not where you want to be. Okay. People have all kinds of opinions about what we do in this industry, and unfortunately they're wrong because they haven't actually seen it. And whenever we listen to their input about, oh, well, this is what that looks like, or insurance is a scam, you hear that one all the time. If they are not living the life that you want to live, if they don't have the same passions and pursuits that you want and helping change the lives of others, then you shouldn't be listening to them speak. Okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in why you're here because you're here for a reason. Listen to your mentorship and dive all in. I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to speak today, y'all. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of the event, and let's move fast.
All right, let's give a virtual applaud.
No days off. Shot. No days off. Stop.
That was awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. I think we need to do another call-in. What do you guys think? Should we do another call-in? Let me see it in the chat. Should we do another call-in? Nope, unless I see it in the chat. Yes? All right. Come on. Let's do a call-in. So for those of you that maybe joined a little late, there should be a button that gives you that access to call in. So let's go. Let's call in. I want to hear from you guys. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's hear. I want to hear, what have you gotten so far? What's something that maybe stood out to you? What are you going to implement? That's a lot of questions. So let's go. Who's going to be it? Who's going to be it? Come on, team. I need one of you to call in. I feel so lonely over here. Just it's like I'm speaking to myself right now. So come on. Somebody come join me. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy. I hope everyone is taking down notes. I hope everyone is having an amazing time today. Hopefully, whoever is calling in will be in momentarily. But I am working on another dad joke. We'll stand by for that one. Miss Kristen, how are you, Queen of the South?
What's up, sister? What you doing?
How are you? How are you? I am loving life. I love this. I love reading the chat. I love looking at the chats. I love the hearts going up. And who is there with you today?
We have Miss. Introduce yourself.
I'm Nikki. Nice to meet you.
She is brand new. This is her first event of any sort. Yes.
Okay, well, welcome, welcome. So then you know what? I'm not going to ask you this question, Miss Kristen. The question is to your lovely companion that's there with you. So what would you say it's something that you already heard today that you are going to implement to move your business forward?
Like the girl that was just speaking, sorry, I don't know everybody's names yet, but not letting the little voice in the back of your mind saying you're not good enough or you don't have, what maybe people expect insurance seller to have or look a certain way. You can relate to people better that, are in all different aspects of life. So I think I'm just holding on to that for now.
I love that. No, you're absolutely right. I love that. Miss Kristen, anything that you want to share as well?
Yeah, so Coach Kurt said it, and maybe you can correct me because I think one of the words I might have tweaked in my brain, but he said, you can't sell your way to a family's loyalty. And that hit me. Like, you can't, and maybe he didn't say sell, but he said you can't, like, basically, you can't, like, forge your way into someone's loyalty. Like, you have to be the person that does the things for the families that say you're going to do what you're going to do. So, anyways, all of Coach Kurt's, all of everybody's. Jacqueline, of course, always speaks to me. She's just such a powerhouse, and just her conviction when she speaks, I just love it. So anyways, everyone's doing an amazing job. Wilda, you're doing an amazing job, sister. You look fantastic as per usual. And it's just been really great hearing from Tony and John, of course, like leading the way in the industry, aren't they? Oh my gosh. And then Alex Voloshin learning so much from F&G. It's an incredible day. We have enjoyed it. So we've had visitors. Actually, okay, I don't know how much time we have, but the gentleman who brought me into the business in 2018 and dipped out like shortly after came by today. I hadn't seen him since 2019. So he was like, "Are you still with Jason?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're on a virtual call right now." So he got to watch part of it and he was moved. So anyways, it's been a fantastic event. I love it so much and I appreciate everything that y'all put into this because I know it's a lot.
Oh, that is awesome. And before we let you go, if you don't mind telling the audience, where are you watching from right now? Where are you guys at? All right, ladies, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you guys. Keep taking those notes. Can't wait to hear more takeaways from everyone.
Bye,
so
guys.
Thank you. All right, guys. So coming up next, we have a single mom. English, it is not her first language. She is from Thailand. She manages a team with individuals spread out throughout 10 different states. She's been in the business for about 5 years. She is known as the fixed index annuity specialist, and her goal is to hit 7 figures this year. So let's welcome Noi.
I can't hear. Like, can everyone hear me? You guys hear me? I can't hear nothing. What the heck? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear? What do we need to do?
Noi, go ahead and close one of your tabs. You have multiple tabs open, so close one of your studio tabs.
Okay. Is it good now?
Yep, we got you. We loud and clear.
Okay. Hi guys, how is everybody doing? Still good? Sleeping already? Don't sleep when I'm talking, okay? Okay, so today I got a topic to talk about, going all in and believe in the business, right? I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself first. As you guys can probably tell, my English is not my first language at all, and it's barely my second language, to be honest. Like, I used to hate English too much, and I didn't dream to come to America. I was gonna stay in Thailand and live there and retire there forever, okay? But who knows, right? It's the grace of God, who brought me here to the US and be in the business. So anyways, I got into this business when I was in my 20. When I was a stay-at-home mom. It was COVID at that time, so everything was shut down. I was looking for something that I could work from home, make some extra income at that time. And by the way, at that time I only have my social security number. I didn't have, well, if you guys are American, you probably don't understand this, but I was not allowed to work because I didn't have a work permit yet at that time, okay? But I was able to sign up because I have my social security when I was a student. And then about a month after that, I got my work permit. So boom, I scheduled for an exam right away. Who's laughing? Somebody's laughing. Um, I got distracted. I'm sorry. Anyways, I got my license in January 2021, and then our first virtual event was like this, January 2021. That was my first speech. Me and my sister Pani. Well, I love her, so I call her my sister. Um, so anyways, after that, right, I've been in the business, I thought I was all in. You guys, like, I thought I was all in because I did it all, like, all the promotion, 3 3 30, 10 10 30, 10 10 30s, like, many times. I thought it was all in, and I was qualified to almost every contest, every event I go. I took my son, like, Penny can show you the picture. I took my son with me, like when he was a baby. I don't care about others. Like, we were like, even have to, we were told to, like, hey, go sit in the bathroom because your son was so loud, like he was cranky, crying, blah blah blah. I was told to, like, hey, take your son to the bathroom and you just open the door a little bit so you can hear us, the leaders talking and stuff. And it was like, what the heck is going on? That really hurt my heart so much. Was like, if my family is not welcome, then I'm not belong here, you know. But anyway, I still kept grinding until at one point we moved to Universal Wealth, right? But a little bit before we moved to Universal Wealth, it was the year that my son gonna start at school, the first time in his life, and I got a job at that time, to be honest. Like I said, I was all in, but I was not really all in. I got a job to become a professor, and to be honest with you guys, it was my dream job. I wanted to become a professor all the time in my life. But one day we went to Georgia, me and a lot of the leaders, you know, we won the contest to attend to this leader's house. I went to Georgia. After that, I was like, you know what? I heard a story. If you guys never heard about it, you know, it was a story about killing the cow. Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm like, you know what? I got a job at that time, you know. And the next when I got back from Georgia, right? I flew back from Georgia. I flew back to Sky Harbor Airport here. I was thinking in the car in the Uber. I was like, you know what? I don't think it's gonna work if I keep like, you know, stepping on two boats at the same time, right? So I emailed them right away. Well, the next day was gonna be the date at my the first day at the college that I supposed to teach anyway. And I emailed them like, I'm so sorry, I cannot take this anymore, you know. And I decided to go all in. Like this is the real all in moment since then, you know. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, if I was a professor, I could make six figure easily, you know. That's six figure easily, right? But with this business, it's not just about six figure. You make seven figure, eight figure, whatever you would like, you know. You make your own paycheck. You write your own check here, right? And the most important thing is, you know, you guys probably know I love my son the most. I want to build this business. I want to build this legacy for my son. I don't know if he's going to take it or not, but this whole thing, this book of business belong to him. So, you know, no matter how many years you work at your jobs, the employers is never going to give you the business. You have been helping them to get rich, right? So that's why since that after the Georgia trip, since then, I've been like, let's go, let's all in since then, you know. Um, and then one thing I want to tell you guys is like, I was an introvert and I still am, okay? I just can't talk right now because I love this business so much. And when I'm passionate about something, I'm able to talk about it like nonstop, you know? Um, so if you guys like, oh, American, the English speaker, like the extrovert, this business should be super duper easy for you guys. And this is in your backyard. I remember when I started doing the top 25 list, I got only like 9 people on the list to call. And I was so afraid to call any of them, to be honest. Like, oh, what am I gonna say? My voice so shaking. I'm shaking. Like my hands so cold. I'm sweating. I don't know what to say. But I did what I was supposed to do. I just followed the leaders, you know. I just got out of my comfort zone. Just do what your leaders told you to do. Got out of your comfort zone. Follow the system, you know, follow the step, and then you're gonna make it one day, right? And don't take it personal. Like don't take the things too personal. Like when people say no to you, it just means not now, you know. They doesn't mean they want to break a relationship or friendship with you or anything like that. It just means, you know, they're not ready yet. But one day, you know, when they're ready, they always look for you, right? But the question is, would you still be there by that time when they reach out back to you? You know, would you still be there? I'm always here. You know, I'm in the business for 5 years already. And I don't know, I'm gonna be here until the last day of my life and hopefully age 100. Okay, I keep praying every day I live 100 years old. So last thing I want to tell you guys, you know, you don't have to be an outgoing extrovert person. You don't have to know it all, you know, to like figure it all out. You don't have to be super smart to do this business here, you know. You don't have to feel ready, oh, I'm ready to go all in, nothing like that, okay? You just have to do one step at a time, follow the system, follow your leaders, and sometimes, you know, the thing that makes you not successful in the business is probably because you don't believe in yourself. You know, like you don't have to talk about business on the side, but on yourself. Do you believe in yourself first? You know, that's all, guys.
No days off. No days off. Stop. No days off.
Let's give her a virtual applause.
Let's
That
go.
was
Let's go.
awesome. Who's all in? Let me see it in the chat. Let me see it. Who's all in? Who's ready to write themselves that check? All right, guys. Coming up next, we have a young man. I'm sure you have seen his name on the leaderboard. He is definitely building himself an army in the Pennsylvania East Coast area. Let's give it up for Nico Burns.
Yeah. We didn't come this far to play small. No guarantees, just faith and work. Now it's time to build something that lasts. Yeah. Came from the bottom, no plan, no safety. Took that leap, had to bet on me daily.
Awesome, guys. I just want to keep it real with you guys tonight. So everybody's talking about how they went all in. Before I ever went all in, I was working in a kitchen at Panda Express. I know everybody loves their orange chicken. From the outside, it probably looked like I was doing all right, but internally I felt stuck. I knew I was capable of so much more, and I just honestly wasn't sure how to get there at that time. I had all the desire, but my environment did not help at all. Where I'm from, it's normal to just get by. Work, pay bills, repeat. And if you're not careful, you start to shrink to match that. And that's what I started to do. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. I was around people I shouldn't have been around. And even though I wanted more, my actions were not matching it. And that's a frustrating place to be because you feel like you're meant for more, but you're just not living it yet. Then I hurt my back at work. And just like that, the job I really depended on was not there. No warning, no backup, no safety net. And in that moment, everything got real. But the crazy part is, I got my life insurance license 2 weeks before. And with that, I had to make a decision. Do I sit here, feel sorry for myself, or do I just step into something bigger? It wasn't motivation, it was responsibility. I didn't have another option. Just like John said, you have to remove the backup plan, remove the excuses. But I'll be honest, I didn't fully believe in myself yet. What changed everything was people around me who really believed in me. People in this company, on our team, in the industry, from the top to the bottom. They saw something in me that I did not see. And that really changes you. Because when you go back home and people don't understand what you are doing, they question it, they doubt it, it hits because you got people saying you're built for this. On the other side of the spectrum, you're built for this. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody who's helped me. Shane Burns, my dad, Jason Beauvais, Nicholas Murray, John, Tony Serrano, everybody on our team. Because your belief in me made me raise my standard. It made me feel like I can't quit, not when people see this in me. And that started to carry me. So I started focusing on one thing, that's just helping people. That moment really hit me was with my grandfather. He worked his whole entire life, didn't feel comfortable retiring, and he planned to work longer, just to try and save a little bit more. It stopped when I had to just figure it out. I needed to be someone people can rely on. And where I'm at now, I'm still growing, but mentally, I'm not the same person. I'm not waiting, I'm not shrinking, I'm not asking for permission, I'm building something huge. So if you take anything away from this story, your environment might not believe in you. Your town is not going to understand what you are doing. Get around people who see more in you. Borrow the belief from the top to the bottom. But don't dare to play small. Just because it's comfortable, you decide there's no other option, you become unstoppable. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later.
All right, guys. Let's give it up for Nico. Come on, guys. Can you guys hear me clapping? I'm clapping. I'm like virtually clapping and actually clapping, guys. I am like so pumped, so excited. But again, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you've taken so far, what you've gotten so far. Before we bring Dr. Lisa in, if that's all right. I mean, you guys have seen the scoreboard. You guys have seen Nico's name up there What did you take from what he's building? Let me hear it in the chat. Actually, let me see it in the chat. I stand corrected. I keep forgetting that we're like through Zoom, through video and stuff like that. But I mean, as you know, like Nico is killing it. Him and his team are definitely building something special out up there. And that is the beauty of our business, right? So let's move on to our next speaker. She has her doctorate in finance. Let's all welcome Dr. Lisa Lee.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to first, of course, say thank you for allowing me to be a speaker. And I will say that, you know, they asked us to write something or do something, not really just go off script, right? And I can tell you that over the last week, I have been starting and stopping and starting and stopping on what needs to be the focus of my time. And it keeps coming back to one thing. It keeps coming back to family. So I can say that with most of you know, I lost my father November of 2024. That was my biggest supporter. 52 weeks of the year, he called me every single week to check on me. Some of the messages I still have. If I missed his call, was in a meeting, I still have those messages. Every once in a while I listen to them. But when you lose one of your half or 50% of your support system, that's really tough. And then in February, of course, I lost my mother. And you talk about 100% of your support system not being there. You're thinking that, okay, what do I do now? I have been blessed to have people that I am surrounded by, not just my direct team, I call my core ladies, not just my direct team that have held me up during this time. I look at universal wealth as my family as well. I didn't understand, literally did not understand the impact that they had on me and how much they had my back. So we focus as a family, we focus on the 5 F's, and we focus on that because of fulfillment. But I can tell you that one thing that I have come to understand is that it's more than the 5 F's, it's more than fulfillment. I think about the fellowship, I think about the freedom that this company is giving me. I think about the friendship, all the people that I have been fortunate to meet and that have supported me. I hope they feel that I have supported them. This is a fascinating industry. When my father passed away, I sent all my siblings, every single one of them, an illustration for an IUL and for a term insurance. And like I said, I struggled today on what I was going to talk about. And text messages I'm receiving today is from one of my family members that has been diagnosed, who did not take me up on the offer, and now I can't do anything for them. But when you consider what industry we are in, what company we are in, the impact, we have a mission, we have a goal. We have to get families covered. I'm so exhausted from seeing GoFundMe pages and everything else to take care of our loved ones. We have a mission to change how they understand life insurance, how they understand living benefits, how they understand protection of the, from 401k to an annuity. That is our responsibility. We always say it's mission before the commission, right? This is something that is going to last, another F, forever. This is something that is fascinating when people learn it. It actually gives people the reassurance that when their loved ones graduate life, that they are supported. You're not having to focus on how are we going to pay for it. You're focused on, I can now grieve with my family, spend time with my family, share moments of things that make you smile. And my dad was just a quick-witted, always joking, always smiling, just forever had something to come back with you. And you know, he knows I didn't like coffee, but yet every single time I was offered coffee. I miss them tremendously, more than you know. You know, I tell some people that sometimes getting out of bed in the morning is my greatest accomplishment in the day. But I know that there are families that need me. I know that there are my team members that need me. I know my agents need me. And I know that we need universal wealth, because we are changing the industry. And the more we talk about it, the more we get people in front of us, the more we help them. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they need. They have no idea. Everybody thinks life insurance is just about death. It is not. It is so much more. Making sure that we are capable of focusing on those families and making sure they get what they need. If we have the mission before the commission, the mission will be accomplished. If they choose not to go with us, if they choose to go another way, if they choose to take the information, at least they got the education, which is our mission, is to give them the information so they can make informed decisions. But I'm going to say that everybody on this call, outside this call and so forth, know that we have an agenda. If it is not personal to you, it should be. We have a fantastic opportunity for ourselves, and every member needs to become that family bank for that family. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Thank you. Again, keep taking notes. Keep taking notes. I want to hear those nuggets, right? I want to hear what you're taking out of this event. I want to hear what you've taken so far. What are you looking to, to shift a little in your business in the next 90 days or even shorter, right? In the next 30 days. That's the beauty of our business. Coming up next, I have the pleasure to introduce this young lady. She is a mom, a wife, works full-time, and 100% definitely has the heart for helping other individuals. Please welcome Ms. Lisa Coffey.
Hi guys, thanks for having me today. I just want to start today with giving you a little background of myself. Was in the medical industry for over 20 years. Also did the insurance industry with some other companies along with Jason at some other companies, but I could not stay within the industry because the culture within it was toxic. It was horrible. It did not grow me. It tore down my faith. It was just something that was not conducive to who I needed to be. And the culture is just bad all around. I came back with Jason and Andre and Jesus and everybody at Universal Wealth because the culture is here. The belonging is important, right? So people don't stay where they are because they have to. They stay because they want to. We all came here for a reason. We left our typical 9-to-5s because we wanted to get away from the cultures of the transactional feeling, being disconnected or dysfunctional. We didn't just want another opportunity. We wanted an environment where we could actually grow, contribute, and feel valued, right? More often than not, what makes someone want to stay where we are isn't just the opportunity, the compensation, or even the vision. It's something deeper. It's the culture within it. It's the feeling of I belong here. It isn't just a word that we throw around here at Universal Wealth. It's the experience that I create, that you create, more importantly, every single day. It's what determines whether we simply show up or we truly invest in ourselves and the company, right? At the end of the day, culture keeps people around. Let's begin with this. If you think about why people stay here, it's not just about what we do. It's about who we do it with. It's the relationships being built. It's the support system that we give each other. And it's the shared journey that we all have together. Community is the glue of Universal Wealth. When people feel connected to their team, to their leaders, to the mission, we don't have to convince them to stay here. You want to be here. Because leaving wouldn't just mean walking away from an opportunity and a job and a business. It means walking away from a community, and that's powerful. But that kind of community doesn't happen by accident. It's built intentionally. It's how we greet each other, how we show up for each other, how we celebrate each other's wins, and how we handle challenges together. Let's go a step further. People stay where they feel seen. At Universal Wealth, it's not just about recognizing results, it's about recognizing people. The growth they've had, the challenges they broke through, and the wins that change people's lives. When people feel invisible, they disconnect. But when people feel seen, everything changes. They show up differently. Okay. When they show up differently, right? They contribute more, they collaborate more, and they care more with each other, right? When you're together as a community, the support is there no matter what. Being seen creates trust, and trust is the foundation of everything that we build here at Universal Wealth. So what does it truly mean to see people in this environment? It means acknowledging effort, not just outcomes. It means asking for input and actually listening to each other. It means creating space for different perspectives and different experiences for each other. And because every person at Universal Wealth brings a unique story, because we're all different, right? Our culture is shaped by whether we make space for those stories or we ignore them. This leads us to something even bigger with this company, belonging. Belonging is more than just being included. It's not just you're invited, it's you matter here. When you have the connection with people around you, it's just a feeling. You know, people don't listen to what you say, they feel what you give them, right? So you need to feel with each other. At Universal Wealth, belonging means you don't have to shrink yourself to fit in. You can be completely who you are. You can be a shy, quiet, reserved person like me, or you can be somebody who's totally confident and encouraging like Casey or Allie or anybody that's on your team. You show up as yourself, fully, confidently, and authentically. But when that happens, the results speak for themselves. Belonging drives engagement. Belonging fuels creativity. Belonging builds resilience. When challenges come, and they do every single day, the enemy will attack you. They will throw things in your way that aren't what you have planned, right? Teams that feel a sense of belonging together don't fall apart. They come together, they support each other, they find solutions faster because there's trust. Without belonging, even the most talented people struggle. But with it, ordinary teams, ordinary people do extraordinary things. So if we care about growth, performance, and long-term success at Universal Wealth and what we do, we have to care about belonging. Let's talk about consistency. One of the most powerful things about a strong culture is that it creates consistency. Not through the rules and not through shared values and behaviors, but through shared values and behaviors. At Universal Wealth, culture sets the standard of how we treat each other, how we communicate, and how we show up every single day. People know what to expect when you bring that in. They know how decisions are made. They know that they have support behind your back, and they know what right looks like just beyond numbers. That clarity of all of those things reduces confusion. It brings alignment. It allows us to move faster and more effectively. But here's the truth. Consistency only exists when our actions match our words. If we say we value people, we have to show it. If we say we value teamwork, we have to live it. If we say we value growth, we have to support it. You are the common denominator in all of this. You create the culture here. It isn't what we say, it's what we repeatedly do every single day. So how do we continue building culture within Universal Wealth? It starts with intention. It starts with you as an individual. It isn't built once, it's built daily in every small moment that we have. It's the way leaders lead, but also how every team member shows up. It's the questions we ask. Who hasn't had a chance to speak? Who needs a voice in something?
Hey, Lisa, I got a question.
Yeah.
All right, so when did it really click for you that people stay because they want to, not because they have to?
Not because they have to stay here?
Yeah.
So when we are in our 9 to 5s, we feel like we have to be in a place where we have to stay there. It's our job, it's what we do, and we have to support our family, right? But if we have that choice where we can go to a place that has culture, you can succeed and just really grow and explode and everything, right?
Gotcha. And then real quick, you said people stay when they feel seen. What does being seen actually look like in real life?
So being seen means that you have a voice in things. You are being seen for who you are personally. You're being seen for the opportunities that you can grow in. You are being seen in what you can give to other people around you. Yeah. So let's bring it all together. At Universal Wealth, people stay where they feel connected, right? You're feeling connected with your teams, with your leaders, with the company as a whole. When they feel like they belong, they're going to stay. No matter how strong the vision is, no matter how big the goals are for the company, it's the people that are here that bring it all to life. So the question is, do we have culture here at Universal Wealth? What kind of culture are we choosing to create every single day? Are we building a place where people truly belong? Are we creating an environment where people want to stay? Not because they have to, because they feel valued, connected, and seen. If the answer is yes to you, then you're not just building a business. You're building something that you never want to leave. It is so, so, so important. It starts with you. If you don't have it, it's not going to be there for you. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing. All right, guys, we are going to take a 10-minute break, but before I let everyone go, I need you guys to understand we're going to start again in 10 minutes. We need you guys to either hop back in. We're going to go through recognitions for the first quarter of this year. So get up, serve yourself another cup of coffee, do a good stretch, whatever you need to do, but see everyone back here in 10 minutes.
No days off. I won't stop till I break the limit. I won't stop. Who are you? Are you a warrior? Who are you? Are you stronger? Who are you? Are you a warrior? No fear, no doubt. Let's go. Who are you? Are you a warrior? Who are you? Are you stronger? Who are you? Are you a warrior? No fear, no doubt. Let's go. Till I yeah. Hey, turn the volume up. Turn the volume up. Feel the power. Power. This is your moment. I came from pressure. I came from the grind. Every struggle shaped the strength inside my mind. No quit, no fear, no giving up tonight. Every heartbeat screaming, you were built to fight. Sweat on my skin, but fire in my chest. I'm not here to survive. I'm here to be the best. When the world gets heavy, I don't back away. I step up stronger. This is my way. When the pain gets loud, I get louder. When the world says stop, I push harder. This is where champions are made. Right here, right now. Don't you rise yourself up. Break your limits. Don't you ever slow down. Don't you rise yourself up. Feel the power. Let your courage take the crown. Don't you rise yourself up. This is your fight. This is your fight. This is your fight. This is your fight. Yeah. Turn the volume up. Feel the power. Feel the power. This is your moment. I came from pressure. I came from the grind. Every struggle shaped the strength inside my mind. No quit, no fear, no giving up tonight. Every heartbeat screaming, you were built to fight. Sweat on my skin, but fire in my chest. I'm not here to survive. I'm here to be the best. When the world gets heavy, I don't back away. I step up stronger. This is my way. When the pain gets loud, I get louder. When the world says stop, I push harder. This is where champions are made. Right here, right now. Rise yourself up. Break your limits, don't you ever slow down. Rise yourself up. Feel the power, let your courage take the crown. Rise yourself up. No fear, no doubt, no weakness inside. Rise yourself up. This is your battle. This is your fight. This is your fight. Yeah! Feel the power! No limits! Let's go! Go! Heart beating heavy, but you never slow down. Sweat on your face, but you still wear that crown. Pain in the muscles, but strength in your soul. Every single rep, yeah, you're closer to your goal. People said you couldn't, now they watching you rise. You turned every weakness to the fire in your eyes. This is your fight, this is your time. Push through the struggle, leave the fear behind.
Every breath louder, every step harder, every beat stronger, energy higher.
Push yourself, don't stop. This is your moment, give it all you got. Push yourself, feel the power inside. You're unbreakable, nothing can deny. Push yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself. You didn't come this far just to only come this far. You were built for pressure, you were born to be a star. Every fall made you tougher, every tear made you strong. Now you're standing here shouting, I belong. Haters talk loud, but your heart beat louder. Your grind every day makes your will even prouder. This is not luck, this is discipline and drive. You're not just surviving, you're built to thrive.
Feel the fire rising, thunder in your chest. This is your destiny, this is your path.
Push yourself, don't stop. This is your moment, give it all you got. Push yourself, stand tall. If you break, then break the wall. Push yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself.
No fear, no doubt, only power, only heart. You are strong, now go
Push yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself. Ooh. Hey. Thunder in my lungs. Hey. Let's go. Thunder. Stomp, stomp. Breathe it in. Breathe like a weapon. Yeah, I load up the air. Chest full of thunder, got the storm in my stare. Every step heavy, every move precise. I don't play with limits, I break them twice. drum line hit. Hands on the ground, feel the bass go sick. Count it, 3, 2, 1, move. Thunder in my lungs. I'm alive, no fear, no doubt, I'm ready to ride. Thunder in my lungs. Feel that roar. I keep on pushing, give me more. Thunder in my lungs. Thunder in my lungs. Thunder in my lungs. Thunder in my drop down legs. When my lungs start burning, that's the signal to go. That's the moment I level up, that's the moment I grow. Sweat on the floor, but my mind stay clean. I'm chasing that peak like a focus machine. No comfort zone, I don't live in that place. I like heavy weight in a fast pace. Every rep is a strike, every set is a swing. I don't just train, I build a king. Who's born so strong? Who won't quit? Can't quit. One more round. One more round. Louder. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Go, 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 go. Thunder in my arms. Stop. Break the floor. Turn that pain into power. I want more in my arms. Hey, hey, feel that fire. Boom, 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 magic. Feel thunder in my arms. Thunder in my arms. Thunder in my arms. Thunder in my arms. Hey. Thunder in my arms. Hey. Thunder in my arms. Breathe in, hold strong. Breathe in, hold strong. Breathe in, hold strong. Breathe in, hold strong. Let it hit. Let it hit. Thunder in my arms. Yo! Grip the grind. Yeah! Grip the grind. Stomp, stomp, don't let go. Hey! Hands on the bar and my mind on the mission. No luck, no breaks, only pure repetition. I came from the doubt, now I live in the fight. Turn the weak into strong when I train through the night. Back against the wall, but I push back harder. Every drop of sweat makes my future brighter. They watch from the side, I don't need their sound. I build my respect when the weights hit the ground. Feel the beat, hit, feel the floor, shake. No retreat, now, this is no mistake. Count it, 3, 2, 1, go! Grip the grind, stomp, stomp, hold on tight. No excuse, we fight tonight. Grip the grind, feel that drive. I don't back down, I'm built to survive. Grip the grind. Grip the grind, grip the grind. When my lungs start burning, I start learning. When it hurts the most, that's the point I'm turning. Pain is the teacher, I listen and move. Every heavy rep is the proof, the proof. I don't need comfort, I don't need easy. I need that pressure that makes me greasy. Locked on the goal, no time to hide. I grip the ground with a warrior's pride. Who's strong? Who won't break? We won't break. One more set, make it count, make it count. The grind, grip the grind. Stomp, stomp, break that line. Turn that pain into power every time. Grip the grind, stand upright. Unstoppable energy in my eyes. Grip the grind. Grip the grind, grip the grind. Grip the grind. Don't let go. Stay locked in. Don't let go. Stay locked in. Grip the grind. Grip the brine.
Hearts pounding, fire burning, no holding back. The bass inside is rising.
All right, guys, welcome back, welcome back.
I've been grinding in the shadows.
So here, not only is everyone still here, but we actually gained an additional 6 viewers. So applause to us. All right, here we go. Dad joke. Don't hold me to it. Why don't eggs tell jokes? Ready for this one? Because they cracked each other up. I'm going to pause for that effect, right? That silence effect. Got it. Don't blame it on me, guys. That was ChatGPT. I can't take credit for that one. So coming up next, we're going to do our recognition for the first quarter of this year. So everyone put your virtual hands together and let's welcome Art and Beatriz.
All right. You got your face up.
I'm nervous. I think they can.
All right. All right, guys. Welcome back. Welcome after to our second part of the day here. Pretty excited to get this next topic to recognize the doers of the first quarter, right? We're gonna be mentioning who did what in the first quarter of the year. You know, the best thing about this part of the section here is that when we recognize every single one of you guys, if you're not getting recognized, you just got started, or maybe you haven't really performed, guess what? We're right into the second quarter right now, and the next event you can get recognized. It could be on personal production, personal recruits, personal cash flow. It could be you building a team, your team production. Anything is possible. So right now we ended the first month of the second quarter, but we still got 2 more months. And this is where you step up. This is where you look at, okay, where am I ranked at, and who can I go after? Who can I beat? Right? You're always competing to be at the top, 10 or the top 5, the top 3, top, personal producer, recruiter, whatever it might be. But this is where you see who you're competing with, and at the end of the day, we're all winning. We're all winning when we're out there getting recognized, or maybe you don't make these top 10, but you're out there helping families. You're making an impact in every single family that you're sitting down with. If you bring them into the business, even better, right? But a lot of times when you just help them with an insurance policy or protect their assets through the 401ks, whatever it might be, whatever thing that we put together for that family, you made an impact, and that's what we're going to be recognizing right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still with us and you're ready to go for the second part of the day here, because we started off, and this is what happens when we started off. There was a lot of hiccups, right? And this is something new that we're doing as a company. I want to thank Shane for putting this event together, and I know there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with the production team and everything, but thank you guys for putting this event together. And I know we started with a lot of hiccups, but guess what? The champions figure it out and just get rolling, and everybody that's watching and is still here with us, you guys are champions too, because you guys stuck it out. You understood that there was going to be hiccups, but hey, now it's going to be even better. As the event is going, it's gotten better, and that's part of our team. That's part of our business. That's part of our company. We get better every single day. What do we talk about? 1% every day, right? And that's you getting 1% better every single day. But let's get right to it, and I'm going to give the conversation to Beatriz. She's going to kick it off with our personal activity here right now.
So I know that today we're doing this virtual, but I want to make sure that we all, we see those virtual hands, everybody clapping for everybody that's getting recognized today. That means that these people have put in the work, so we want to make sure that we recognize them, because one day it's going to be you, right? So we're going to start off with the personal top builders. At number 10, we have Kenny Emanuel, Julie Olsen, Kristen Arkigan, Vichy Parker, Lisa Lee, Jenna Reed, Pimpimol Kopulek, Jared Nunez, Leticia Cartagena, Cynthia A. West, Jessica Moreno, Elaine Kremen, and Manuel Arteaga. Come on, everybody. Let's see those hands. Let's see those clappings, those virtual hands. At number 9, we have Juan Johnson, Shakira Safir, Karina Cabezas, Jamie Ramirez Figueroa. At number 8, PJ Tinsley. At number 7, Selena Matelski and Nat Nguyen. Sorry if I don't say them correctly, right? But at number 6, we have Latrice Hyde, At number 5, we have Antoine Griffin and Floyd Williams. At number 4, we have Sharisa Alexander. At number 3, Allison Reeves. At number 2, Jennifer and Carlos Alvarez. And at number 1, we have Bryce Bush. Let's give it up. Let's give him a hand, everybody. Look, see those virtual hands. Now we're going to go into personal production. Personal production, we have at number 10, we have Ace Bonga Savarit. At number 9, Angela Yvonne Carter. There he goes. Let me see. At number 8, Tony and John Serrano. At number 7, Locke Nguyen. At 6, Tanomsoy Saparsi. At number 5, Tam Nguyen. And number 4, Ed and Kim Cross. Number 3, Christy Anginand. And at number 2, Tiffany Liu. And let's see who number 1 is. I think we already know. Miss Betty Liu at number 1. Let's give her a hand, people. Come on, let's go. Let's see those virtual hands. Okay, let's go into the next category.
All right, we're going to go with base recruits, the top 10 base recruits. At number 10, we have a tie with Lisa Coffey and Noe Monte. Let's go, give them a big hand. Number 9, Hector Bones in Florida and Julie Olsen, tied at number 9. Number 8, we got three-way tie. Christy, Lisa Lee, Nick, and Nicholas Dupree Murray. Let's go, give them a hand at number 8. Number 7, we got PJ Tinsley. Number 6, we got Antoine Griffin and Allison Reeves, both tied at number 6. We got a three-way tie at number 5, Jennifer and Carlos Alvarez. I'm sorry, that was a two-way tie. And Tony and John Serrano tied it with a 5 base recruits with the top 10. At number 4, we got myself, Art Villanueva, and the top 3. Let's go with the top 3. Who made the top 3? Lashana at number 3. Number 2, we got Kenny. And number 1, there's only number 1 with top base recruits, and that is Jessica Moreno. Give her a big hand. Yeah. Go. That's awesome. Good job, Jessica. Now we're going to go into the base production. Top 10 base production. I'm looking at the production group right here. They're just dancing and clapping away. I love it. I love that energy. Awesome. All right, let's go with top 10 base production. Top 10 base production. You guys fired me up, man. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hurry up and put the slide up. Let's go. Base production. You guys are falling behind here. Top 10 base production. Let's see who the top 10 are. This is where the cash flow bank account, right? This is where the cash flow is coming into your bank account. At number 10, we have...
Number 10, okay, we're gonna go. Number 10, we have Noe Montek. At number 9, Mr. Kurt Dean. Keep going.
Number 8, we got Tan Nguyen. Number 7, we got Christy. Number 6, we got Pani. Number 5, we got Maribel Ramirez Alvarez. Number 4, we got Ed and Kim Cross. And top 3 in base productions. Number 3, Tony and John Serrano. Number 2, we got Tiffany Liu, and top number 1. There's only could be number 1, and that is Betty Liu. Good job, Betty. Great job. Well, big hand. Let's go. Now we're going to shift over to the first generation building. Top 10 first generational building. Okay, that's you and your first generation. I'm going to let Beatriz take over here for the top 10.
So number 10, we have Danny Vasquez. At number 9, we have Kenny Emanuel and Maribel Ramirez Alvarez. At number 8, we have Shane Stein and Natalie Don. At number 7, we have Arturo Villanueva, which is right here next to me. Number 6, we have Cynthia Hall. At number 5, Pani Petrucci. And at number 4, Lisa Kofi. Come on, let's see those hands. At number 3, we have Jessica Moreno. Number 2, Brendan Ripley. And who is number 1? Number 1, Tony and John Serrano. Come on, let's give him a hand. Awesome job.
All right.
What else do we have?
We're going to go to first generation production. First generation production. Top 10. Let's go. Number 10. We got Noy at number 10 for First Generation Productions are the top 10. Number 9, we got Jason and Ali Billies. Good job. Number 8, Tiffany Lou. Number 7, Ed and Kim Cross. Number 6, we got Christy. And number 5 is in the top 5, Maribel Ramirez Alvarez. And number 4, we got Hani Petrucci. Let's go with the top 3. Top 3. There can only be 3. So let's go with the top 3. And we're going to hide number 1 because there's only number 1. Number 3, we got, and you guys, hang on, don't show me number 1 yet, okay? We got Chris Cow at number 3. Number 3, top 2, which is number 2. It could only be number, number 2 would have done a little bit more. They could have probably been on the next slide. But they stuck at number 2. But hey, good job. You beat number 3, but you're still at number 2. But you beat number 3 and you beat everybody else. So anyways, number 2, we got Tony and John Serrano. Yeah. All right. And we only got one number 1. Who's the number 1 in this category? Oh, Betty Lou. Woo! Yeah. You can't high five them. We got somebody in the crowd. Give yourselves a high five. I want to see the team on the game all fired up. Let me take a video of you guys. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see.
I know you. I wish you guys could see the production team. We're able to see them. We see them smiling.
Let me see you guys fired up. Let me see you guys fired up. Let's go.
That's pretty awesome.
All right, now we're going to shift over to the entire team building. This is you and your entire organization. Top 10. Well, I'm sorry, we're only going to show the top 3. At number 3, in you and your entire organization. At number 3, we got Brendan Ripley. Proud of you, Brendan. That's awesome. Yeah, great picture, by the way. I love it. Yeah. And number 2, number 2, if they would have done, I think I did the numbers, I think they fell short by like 6 recruits. 6 recruits, you would have tied number 1. If you would have did 7, you would have hit the number 1. Think about that. You got 6 recruits away from number 1. Hey, don't show it yet. Nah, you blew it, man. Go back to that. 6 recruits, you would have tied to the number 1. That means you would have done 2 extra on January, 2 on February, and 2 on March. This is a 3/4. But hey, we only got one number 1. You guys already see it. At number 1 for the entire organization. Let's give it up for Chris Cow, number 1. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. All right, let's go. Here we go. Next section is the entire team production. What are you and your entire organization doing in production? That means it just reflects how many families were being helped. Okay, here's the top 3. I'm going to give it to Beatriz. Go ahead and recognize the top 3.
The top 3, we have none other than Ed Cross at number 3. Let's give it up for Ed Cross and Kim. We're going to throw Kim in there because she's also part of that team, right? And then number 2, we have Pani Petrucci. Is that 2, which is no surprise, Pani being there on the top 3. And of course, number 1, we have none other than Chris Cow at number 1.
Yeah. Good job, Chris. Entire organization. Awesome job. All right, I think we're done with recognition. We're done with recognition. Awesome. Congratulations to every single one of you guys that got recognized. And if your team got recognized, you were part of that organization. So give yourself a big high five. If you're in the room with somebody, high five each other. If not, just do virtual high fives to everybody. Because hey, guess what? Everything that we recognize here, yes, we recognize the names, but also you got to remember that everything that we do, we're making a huge impact in somebody's family, in somebody's life. Whether you're protecting someone's assets or you're protecting somebody's life, you're putting money in somebody's pocket, somebody's home. So that's a big deal. Give yourself a big high five if you, in this quarter, if you did something, because you made a big impact in somebody's life. I'm going to hand it over back to the production. I'm not sure who's going to be speaking next, but thank you guys for your attention and have a great rest of your event today. And don't forget, tomorrow we have another session as well.
All right, guys, that was a lot of winning. I mean, congrats to all those winners, right? So in the next time that we do recognition, whose name is going to be on there? Let me see it on the chat. Whose name is going to be on the recognition board? Come on, guys, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Whose name is going to be up there next, right? Ace, that's right. Come on, let's go. All right, one more dad joke for you. Again, don't hold it against me. We're going to blame ChatGPT for this one. I wanted to start a construction joke, but I'm still working on it. Get it? Did you guys get that one? All right, guys. Let's put your hands together for our next speaker. Let's welcome to the stage Mr. Ed Cross.
There we go.
You were built to break barriers. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Turn the heart up. Turn the heart up. No backing down. Down to the grind. Every day I wake up with a mission in my mind. No excuses, no quitting. I was built for this climb. Pressure on my shoulders, but it fuels my fire. Every setback that I face only takes me higher. They say slow down, I say watch me go. They say give up, I say hell no. This path is mine, this crown is mine. I don't just hustle, I rule the grind. Feel the fire in your chest as the heartbeat pounds. Every moment that you push, you're claiming your crown. No.
All right. Man, got to have some fun in this business, right? Let me take this off, though, because it's time to get serious, because we got to talk about commitment and action. Woo, I'm sweating over here. Got the hat on, the chain, and dancing. Got me all fired up. How about that recognition? Who, like Wilda said, who's got their name up there next time? Who's putting in the work? Who's ready to put in the work, to take the action, to get there? I want to talk a little bit about first, who I am. Some of you know me, some of you don't. We got a lot of new people on. So when I came into the business, I literally joined just to get some additional education. I saw how the IUL, one of our flagship solutions could change my financial future. And I told Jason, I said, man, I'll join the team just to get on the trainings to learn more, just to learn more of how this can help my family. Within a few meetings, I was like, man, this is great. This is a great environment. This is great information. And I started sharing it with other people at work, other people in my family, other people in my network. And I sent them to Jason. Because I didn't want to do the business. I just wanted to learn more. And then it hit me. Nobody that I was talking to knew what I was talking about. So I called Jason and I said, hey, I think I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna try to make this my out from construction. So I was an executive in construction. I had a 30-year career. I built a comfortable life, successful life. Wouldn't say we were necessarily happy, but we were successful. Outside looking in, everything was great. Made really good money, but didn't really have control of my life because I was at work to make the money to pay for the life that I couldn't really be a part of. I don't know if anybody else has ever been there or not, but I was comfortable, wasn't looking for another opportunity, but the information was so powerful I wanted to share it. I came into the business, and as soon as I understood, now it took me a few days to figure this out because I was stubborn, but as soon as I understood what this was, I started building a business. I didn't start writing business. I didn't start selling products. I was probably, at that point, one of the biggest recruiters that Jason had ever had in his organization. I was bringing in massive numbers of people because I was sharing the mission. I wasn't just bringing in bodies to fog a mirror to get a promotion. I was trying to change people's lives. And I was selling the vision of what we could do. And then right behind that, you heard Coach Kurt. What do we have to do? We're not just here to sell products, but I built the business, started building the team, and then I started selling the products. I was so busy building the business, I didn't even get licensed for my first 3 weeks. And then guess what happened? I became one of the top producers in Jason's organization. So now I'm a builder and I'm a producer. I'm learning to run the system a little bit, but our system back then didn't really have all the tools that it does now. I was blessed to come in at that point because that was one of my skill sets from our previous career. So I was able to help and work with the leadership team to build some of the systems and processes we have now. So I've been here with Jason for almost 6 years. It's the only business I've been in, only organization I've been in inside financial services. I know no other way to do this. And to tell you guys a little bit about how I actually had that conversation, how I get in the business, I got to go back to a couple moments where I told Jason I'll sign up to just learn more, and then I was like, okay, let me learn understand the business a little bit. Let me learn this. And I was like, okay, cool. I got to start scheduling appointments. Well, I was an executive. I was super busy, working 50, 60 hours a week plus many, many weeks. I had to entertain clients. I had to entertain, owners groups and all this stuff. I was too busy for the appointments that I was scheduling. So I would have to reschedule them, and I'd have to reschedule them. I don't think in fact, I know I hadn't made a single dollar yet. And Jason's like, hey, because he can tell I'm getting frustrated that I'm not able to meet my commitments. I like, having integrity. I like meeting. When I tell somebody I'm gonna do something, I do it. When I couldn't meet these appointments because my job, it was frustrating me. And Jason said, don't quit your job. And I was like, wait, where'd that come from? Why do you say that? I'm not gonna quit my job. And then the next day we're talking and he's like, hey, just don't quit your job. And I was like, I'm not gonna quit my job, Rove. Why would I do that? I make too much money to just quit my job. I hadn't made $1 here yet. I wasn't even licensed. Day 3, we're talking. He can hear the frustration. Actually, day 3 was a little different conversation. I forgot now. It was 2 days. Third day, he's like, hey, why are you calling me in the middle of the day? Don't tell me you quit your job. And I said, wait, I didn't. Let's just say I have more time to build this business now. So that's I want to give you a little backstory because I want to get into what I want to talk about. What changes immediately? That one phone call changed everything. Changed everything in my life. I wouldn't recommend people taking the course that I did. It was rough. It was tough. I woke up the next day completely unemployed, had no income coming in, walked away from multiple 6 figures. Most people, myself included, worked their whole life to get to that level of success and income. And I literally walked away from it. I went all in. You heard that today. The phone call was, hey, we need you to go look at this. I said, I'm not going. This is from my ownership group in my company. After several phone calls, they made the mistake and they said, well, maybe it's best we part ways. And I said, I think you're right. I'll mail you your stuff. That's right before that phone call with Jason. I called Jason before I called Kim. Probably not smart, guys. If you're married, tell your wife first. I showed up home early. I didn't even want to tell Kim. I showed up home early and she's like, why are you home early? And I was like, well, about that. Wasn't a very good weekend. She didn't talk to me all weekend. But I never looked back. I never updated my resume. As John said earlier, there was no backup plan. I never even thought about going back into that. I knew if I ever needed to, I'm a master electrician. I was running one of 3 people running a $400 million a year company. I could have easily gotten another job, but I already did that. And then guess what I did for the first 3 days? I didn't listen to anything Jason told me. Nothing. Hey, you need to send out these 3-way texts. Make a list. Do this. Yeah, I got you. You know what I was trying to do? I was trying to figure out how to fix what I didn't even know what it was. Finally, after day 3, after Jason didn't answer my phone calls, and I was like, man, you don't love me no more. And he was like, man, you're going to be successful in anything you do, but I only know one way to do this. You can figure it out, or you can kind of just listen to what I'm trying to tell you. And I was like, damn. So I had to swallow that pride and bury it deep down inside. And I just started listening. And guess what happened? Things started working. It started moving. But guess what I didn't do? I didn't change my schedule. I still got up at 4 a.m. and worked out every morning. I still worked on myself the same way I did in corporate America. I kept reading books. I kept, working on improving myself and learning more about this side of this business. I already knew the corporate America business. And then soon after, everything started changing. Kim talked earlier about that first event that we went to. I went to events for, my previous career. They weren't fun because they were with people I didn't want to be with. They were with the people that I worked with, not the family that I was building a business with. That first event, it was Nick, myself, and Jason. And I said then, it'll never be this small again. It'll never just be 3 of us, and it never has. Every single event since then, the numbers have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. I was able to start, having more freedom, setting my own schedule. I could travel more. I was able to build relationships. At work, everything was transactional. This business is relational. You heard Coach Kurt talk about that. And then guess what accidentally happened? My income surpassed what I was making in corporate America. It took me, in corporate America, probably 14 years to get to 100K. It took like 13 months to do it in this industry. It took me probably 20 years to get to $250,000. Did that last year. Actually did almost $500,000 last year. So I want to ask a question before I move on to the next part I want to talk about is, are you all in? Like, write that on your notepad. Are you all in? Yes or no? And then here's the second question. Are you grinding or are you trying to cheat the grind? Because the grind knows if you're cheating or not. You can lie to your upline. You can lie to your spouse. You can lie to yourself and say you're doing all this work. You're putting in all the stuff you need to do to win. But the grind knows the results won't come if you're trying to cheat the grind. So really take a look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. Are you really grinding or are you trying to cheat the grind? And if the answer is you're grinding, just keep grinding because it will happen. It will take off. The second thing I want to talk about is the standards that it takes. Before I ever started, I asked Jason, and I didn't know anything about the industry. I was like, hey, this guy's pretty successful. He's running an organization. I said, where are you and how do I get there? My standards from day one were to get to the top of the company. I wanted that top contract. I wanted that top commission. I wanted to learn what it took to build and lead an organization. That wasn't my goal. My standard was to get exactly where Jason was, to be at the top of the organization, to run my own team just the way he did. I didn't know what his income was. I didn't know anything really about what his personal life was at that point, what he could or couldn't afford, how he was living. I didn't ask that. He was successfully running a business, and I wanted to do that. And I made that my standard. And I became independent very quickly. I never lowered my standards, even when I didn't hit them. I didn't get paid. Back then, we didn't get licensed before we started doing training appointments. So think about that. I gave away probably, I don't remember the number now because it's been almost 6 years, but it's close to $20,000 in commissions because I was setting appointments, building a team, and I wasn't licensed to get paid. I wasn't doing it for the money. But don't get me wrong. You're building a business. You need to make money. You need to get paid. But even when my standards weren't hit, I didn't change them. I didn't lower them. I just kept grinding. I always kept grinding. Man, Kim and I have seen our personal bank account go down to damn near zero trying to keep this business running. Everybody sells you the dream. I'm going to give you the real. It's going to be tough. If you take your foot off the gas pedal, you're going to struggle. You're going to slow down. But if you keep grinding, you'll create something that you never even thought you could possibly have. So what is your goal? What do you want to get out of this business that you're building? And then do your standards live up to help you get there? Will they help you get there? Are they set high enough? Are your standards set high enough to propel you towards your goals? And then are you adjusting them? You should only adjust them up. Never adjust your standards or your goals down because you missed them. That's the point. They're there to keep you moving forward. The third part of what I'm supposed to talk to you guys about is what commitment actually looks like. I kind of touched on it right there in the beginning. I took massive action. I filled my day with appointments. I was doing anywhere from 17 to 25 appointments a week. My first week, my second week, my third week, my fourth week, for months. All this, I've reached out to everybody I know? No way. No way. And if that's true, go meet more people. But my days were filled with appointments. But guess what? I got ghosted. I had people reschedule. I had people cancel. So you know what I did then? In my mind, I'm at work. I researched. I asked questions. I watched videos. I read books. I never stopped learning, and I never stopped grinding. I filled that time. If I didn't have somebody scheduled, I was trying to get somebody scheduled. I knew that if I didn't talk to people, I wouldn't be successful because this is a people business. This isn't a sales business. It's not an insurance business. It's not an Ed and Kim business or a Tony and John business or a Jason and Andre business. It's a people business. We're all people. All people need your help. Last time I checked, everybody you know uses money. 99% of the people you talk to don't know half of what you've already learned just being on this call today. So if you know anybody that uses money and you haven't talked to them yet, you probably should. They could be somebody that's just been waiting for someone like you to talk to them. So fill your days, run this like a business. You know, most of us will spend however old you are, how long you've been working, you know, but most people in their life will spend 40 years, 45 years, 48 years working for somebody else building their dreams. You have an opportunity here to build your dreams. How much effort are you putting into it? You go to work and you go for that Employee of the Month plaque so you can get that gift card to Cheddar's or whatever. I hope it's a Red Robin gift card. I like Red Robin. I don't know why so many people head in Red Robin, but Lee, they got the burgers over there, man, and those endless fries. I'll work for a Red Robin gift card. But what are you working for in your business? You could be the one handing out the Red Robin gift cards. So I want to ask you this. What are you doing on a daily basis to build your business? Are you trying to look busy, or are you actually busy doing things that are going to propel your business forward? And then be real with yourself. What could you do better? There's always room for improvement. And then the last thing I'm going to touch on real quick is why you must start now, why the action has to happen immediately. You're going to go through stuff. You're going to face things in this business. It's going to unveil things inside of you. You didn't even know were there. Man, I don't think I'd cried in like 40 years of my life, and I joined Universal Wealth, and every damn meeting I'm talking about something personal. I was getting all teared up and crying, and then I learned you got to squeeze your butt cheeks to stop the tears. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you're going to find stuff out about yourself you didn't even know was in there. But I can tell you this, everything you want is on the other side of whatever obstacle you're facing, whatever it is. The fear of rejection. What if they show up? What are they going to say? I don't have anybody to talk to. I haven't talked to this person in 10 years. They're rich. They probably already know this. I broke with them a long time ago. I probably shouldn't talk to them. I talked to them anyways. That's how I came in the business. My ex, who we hadn't talked to for 2 years, is who brought me into this business. And then she quit. If she was in business with us still, she would have overridden me probably $50K last year. She quit. But everything you want is on the other side of that adversity that you're facing right now. And then think of this. You have to stop getting ready to start and just start. Eventually, the gun's going to go off. The race is going to begin. Are you still strapping yourself in the blocks? Or are you ready to run? You need to be ready to run and just start running. Kim mentioned that earlier too. Just start taking action. It'll all work itself out. You're never going to have all the answers. Trust me, I'm OCD. I'm type A. I want to have every contingency plan possible before I take a move. It doesn't work like that. You can't even plan for what you're going to experience in this business, but you can get through it. And success won't wait for you. So you can't afford to waste time on anything that doesn't bring you success. If you really want to build a successful business, we've got everything here that you need. All the people and tools are here to help you be successful. But you have to take action. You have to start moving. So I'll end with these two questions. What's holding you back? Be honest again with yourself. Look in the mirror. Pull your phone out. Take a selfie. I know we're all good at that. Take those selfies. Hold on real quick. Let me take a selfie. Maybe I dated myself there. I guess some of you guys are probably too young, don't even know that song, but I have young kids, so I knew it. But what's holding you back? Write it down. And then the second question I want to ask is, what are you going to do to overcome it? Are you going to keep letting it be an obstacle? Keep using it as an excuse? What are you going to do to overcome it? And I'll end with this last statement right here. If you say you really want something to yourself, or you write it down, or you put it on your vision board, or your dream board, or you tell a friend, you tell a neighbor, you tell a parent, you tell a spouse, if you say you really want something and you're not putting in the work to go get it, you're lying to yourself. And if you can't be honest with yourself, you're not going to be very good at this business, because the clients can tell when you care about them. And if you're lying to yourself about something that you want, but you're not willing to put the work in, you either really don't want it, or you just like letting yourself down. Either way is disrespectful to yourself. So decide what you really want and then go for it. Take action right now. And the best part about it is that you don't have to do it alone. You've heard all these amazing people speak today. Every single one of us is here to help you hit your goals. You're going to talk to more people that are more genuinely interested in helping you hit your goals than they are helping themselves hit their own. That was the part that was really weird for me in the beginning. But it's real. I think Lisa Coffey said it. We're family. It's not just a group of people. That's it, Lee. That's all I got, man. You can check me out, plug me out, unplug me, whatever you got to do. But I hope you guys got something from that. I tried to stay on point. I know I'm right up on my time limit. I don't want to run over. Have a great day.
Put the hat back on.
Oh, put the hat back on. These hats came out of Arizona, by the way, in case y'all need one.
Shout out Jamie Passmore.
Jamie Passmore on Tony and John's team can make these for you.
Guys, let's give it up for Ed. I mean, the dance moves in the beginning, he just had me right there, right? But where can you actually be yourself? Like, if you were in corporate America, would you be able to start your meeting the way Ed started his meeting? Yes or no? Let me hear it. Put it in the chat. You know, I once heard your boss will never pay you enough to be his neighbor. So I'm going to let that one sink in for a little bit. All right, last dad joke. It is not from ChatGPT this time. I want to thank Hector Bones for sending me a quick little guide, right? So here it goes. Where do hamburgers go to dance? You ready for this? The meatball. All right, I'm done with the jokes for today, guys. The next speaker, I can't speak enough positive things about him, right? Not only is he one of the owners of our company, I truly see him as a friend. I truly see him as family. He has definitely become family for me, for my children. This is not just a business, guys. We truly are family here. And I will be the first one to tell you, this individual is so humble, so down to earth. He is the same person that I met 4 years ago today. So let's put your virtual hands together for the one and only Jason Bobe. All right, guys, while we kind of get that situated. Oh, hold on. Is he coming in? Is it Jason? Is it Jesus? We're going to play the little guessing game right now because we just don't know.
Showing like me.
Yeah.
All right, let me hear it. Let me hear it in the chat. And guys, you know, I know we're coming, close to the end. I am super excited. Once the last speaker jumps on, we're definitely going to do another call-in. Actually, I would like to do a couple of call-ins, if that's all right with you guys. So, where's Jason? I know people are
think that we were making
let me hear in the chat. How are you feeling? Are you super excited? You know, maybe we just need to like clap him in, right? So, you know, let's start with those claps. Let's put it on the chat. Yes, let's go. Call him out. Jason. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. This is going to be fun. I'm going to mute myself though. Come on, guys, clap it up, clap it up.
All right, we're good, fellas.
We don't see ourselves.
What? All right, come on, guys. Let's hype them up. Let's hype them up. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, where's my spot? You want to dance? Come on, do you want real quick? Come here. Hurry up, we gotta go. We're live, bro, we're live. Right, you're right here. All right, here we go. Am I in the right spot? This is strange. You guys, he's fine. They have an X on the floor for us. So, hey, real quick, can you guys put the timer on? So I'm gonna go way over 10 minutes if I don't get my timer on. Hey, so real quick, guys, what an amazing first day. I'm so proud of everything that was going on, everything that's happened. So remember today, right, you guys, everything's intentionality. Okay, I wore this shirt that says most won't, I will. Today, at the end of day one, I want you leaving after I finish up here. I'm going to go about 10 minutes today. I want you guys to take this first before I say it. Most won't, I will, right? So if you guys are there at your house, I'll say most won't, you say I will. Most won't. Most won't.
I will.
Most won't.
I will.
I got a group in here, so it helps me out, right? But listen, you have to change the way you think. Most people would not do the things you guys are doing. Most people wouldn't put other people before themselves. Most people wouldn't say, hey, I'm going to come in an industry like this. I'm going to come in a company like this and change my last name forever. So you guys are very special people. So real quick, let's recap day one. Right, get fired up, all right? So remember, it was crusade, carriers, belief, and then we had that recognition piece, right? So crusade, carriers came on, all of our product providers, belief, and then we had recognition. So stay with me. Awilda, oh my God, you did so good. I'm moving this way. Where am I going? Move me, baby. Move me. Okay, we're moving. All right. Hey, I don't want. Okay. All right. So listen, I hear it's better. It felt weird over there. You guys stuck baby in a corner. All right. So stay with me. All right. So Wilda, you killed it today, right? Hey guys, this morning, you guys, if you're on early, maybe we're trying to get people on. It was shifted around. It was all over the place, right? We're trying to make it all work. And Wilda, we're like, Wilda, keep talking to Wilda. Wilda. Just stand there. Wilda staring at a screen. Can't see nobody, right? So it's awesome. You did fantastic. I love the dad jokes throughout. Super great, right? So you've kept the energy going. It's been virtual, which was awesome. Maribel comes up, right? She is the crusade. Maribel and Carlos, man, I love that family. The day I met them, they talked about how they own the products, how they use the products to take their family, open businesses, and then their entire family, Juliana, her daughter, all the kids, but her specifically, man, they love this business. So you can feel when she's speaking. Then we have the providers come up because that's our credibility. I call them like, that's our backup, right? That's the backbone of what we can do to make sure if you guys are new on here today, it shows that, I mean, we have the largest companies, billion-dollar companies, jumping on and support us in the back end to make sure we can serve our families. Then we had Coach Kurt. I didn't know he was going to go Agent B, Agent A, Agent B. I was like waiting for 007, right? But I loved his breakdown of that. Man, we need more Agent Bs, right? He said something so important during that breakdown. He said, chase the mission. Chase the mission. Not the money. Chase the mission and all that will come to you, right? And then Tony came up. Right, and it was awesome. You guys don't see, we're all backstage together. I'm like, you better not read those notes. You better get in there and just let it come from the heart, right? And Jesus is moving her stuff all over the screen. It was awesome, right? Seeing everything happen. But listen, that girl, she lives and breathes universal wealth, right? She will literally take someone out, I think, if they try to go across the grain. You want people like that in your business. Then right behind her was her husband, right? John's completely opposite. John's like, hey, I love everybody, rocking and rolling. But he talked about going all in. He did like a first all in, and it was funny. Noe later said the same thing. She did a first all in, and then eventually they went all in, right? Mentally making decisions and changed their life. Then Kim, man, if anyone's met Kim Cross, she is literally the one that glues everything together, right? And she was talking about togetherness and coming together. Right away, she didn't see the business as something for her, was for Ed, and then she fell in love with it. And man, she's all about unity and bringing everyone together. Then Jacqueline, man, I remember telling Jacqueline at an event, that's why these are so important to get to. I was like, bro, you got to open your mouth. Or she'd be a broette. That's what I call the girls, right? Hey, broette, you got to open your mouth. You don't talk enough, right? And what was her topic today? You got to believe in yourself. That's what she told all of you. She started to do that, and her business is exploding. I saw it day one, and she started to step into it. Then you have Noy. I love Noy. I learned about Noy's story more today than ever, right? I knew about the Social Security. I knew about all that stuff, but I didn't realize that she was hiding in closets with her kid because she wasn't allowed to go watch meetings. Ponti's a great leader. Just sneak in the closet, put your hand over your kid's mouth, and just watch her. That's crazy, right? But she talked about killing the cow. She also talked about being able to bring her son around this. And she said something so important, and this is for everyone here that has kids. She said, I don't know if my son's going to take it over. I don't know if he's going to move the legacy, but I'm going to put it in a position so he has the ability to do it. I think that's super awesome. And dude, your face, hey, you look good. Remember you said you want to make sure you look better than last time you did it, right? You look great on there, by the way, right? And then Nico. Nico's like the little assassin, bro. Nico's what, 24 years old? He's the young guns. I call him all the young guns running around. And to see what he's done since he's been here, I'm not talking about the numbers on the board, which are dope, but to hear him say like, you know, I was saying things, but my actions weren't matching it. I was saying I want to do something, but my actions weren't matching it. To get that at that age and start to understand that, bro, his future's so bright, it's unbelievable, right? And he said, then you become unstoppable, right? Everyone give Marcus a hand of applause. Somehow he's holding this computer the entire time over here, and it hasn't even moved yet. I can see myself, so I got to see something, right? Got to see something. Where's my hands, right? Anyway, I'm playing around. All right, stay with me. We're going. Lisa Lee. She literally got on screen and said, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. And she was very vulnerable. She talked about her mom passing away, one part of her anchor. Then she talked about the second part of her anchor, her dad passing away. And she's like, dude, that's a lot. And you could tell she's very family driven. And she's like, thank God I got this universal wealth family. And then we have the 5 F's. And she said, hey, it means a little different to me. It means freedom. It means fellowship. You can add all the F's. Lee, I can see you now, baby. You can move your hand. Lee, just wave at me. There you go, big daddy. All right. Anyway, so Lisa, that was important. That hit me home, right? Then you got the recognition. Who doesn't love all the winning? Art and Beatrice did awesome, dude. They did so good. They were all, why are you laughing at me? Are you putting my own? Oh my God, these guys are so dumb. They can put stuff on the screen. They got me bald. It's awesome. Anyway, so all the recognition, all the winning is fantastic, right? It's awesome. You see it. It was first quarter. I love what Art said, right? He said, cool, that's the first quarter. We're already 1 month into the second quarter. When we do recognition, it'll be in July, right? Second quarter, right? Going to end at the end of the second quarter. Where's your name going to be? Where's your team going to be, right? And then we finished off, Ed jumps up, and man, I love it. He talked about there's only one way to do it. I mean, he is so systematic. He's like, bro, after I figured it out, I stay systematic. That's why he consistently wins. That's why Tony and John consistently win. He said, I don't know any other way to do it. This is what I do. And he talks about following the system. And I love what he said. Are you grinding, or are you just like kind of moving through the motions? Right now is the time to be all in and go after this thing and get after it, right? And then here's the deal. Tomorrow's coming up, right? It's day 2 of this event. This was only day 1. I was watching all your comments. I think we're at 667 people. 667 humans. Every freaking minute it keeps going up. Every single minute it keeps going up. It's freaking fantastic. This is unbelievable, right? But this is only the first day, right? You better buckle up. Tomorrow is the dream, the system, execution, and duplication, right? The dream, gonna teach you your system, execution, and duplication. Also, we have another segment of recognition tomorrow. We're gonna go over all the top earners tomorrow. We're gonna go, thank you, son, for knocking everything over. We're going over the top earners tomorrow. We're gonna go over who got their $50,000 watch, their $100,000 ring, their $250 ring, their $500K ring, right? And we're closing out strong tomorrow, so we gotta make sure we're on it. But I'm gonna end with this real quick. Hey, Bernsey, I know you're far away, Burns. You gotta run over here. You're like somewhere in the house upstairs, right? You come over here. Hey, come here, John, Caleb, Marcus, Lee, come here. Lee, come downstairs, Lee. Come over real quick. You guys come around. Come here real quick. Hey, guys, this is what's actually going on. You have to come over here, Marcus.
I'm gonna wait till they come so I can see it.
What?
I'm gonna wait till they come.
Marcus.
So I can see the
Wait, okay, Jesus, come here. Hold on. Jesus. Stop putting funny pictures up. Can they see that on the main screen? That'd be funny. Come here, there he is, there he is. All right, listen. Hey. Hats off real quick to all these group right here. Listen, I'll be serious. This is the first time that I've been able to sit back. And I will tell you, as soon as it started for 1 minute, I tried to do what I normally do and put my head where it doesn't belong. And Burnsy's like, get out of my office, bro. I've been spending 4 days on this, right? All the guys got it, but I want to be serious for a minute, right? This is our first ever virtual event that we launched on softwares like this. And this group has been running behind the scenes, man, getting it all together, getting it done. You're going to hear from some of them tomorrow. But, dude, this is the round of applause for this group right here. I appreciate you guys putting all the energy and getting it done, right? Hey, why do I want them all to come out? This is important. Everything's done by a team. Every single thing you do is going to be done by a team, right? Yes, I like the recognition. You guys will compete in the personal category stuff. But if you start to understand our business, and Jesus, who's standing right there, taught me this day one. Bro, if you can understand running and operating a team, you're unstoppable. You try to do this by yourself, it's going to be hard. Right? Everyone's seeing all the stuff happening. I know some of you guys were complaining this morning, like, oh, we're late. What happened? Where's the people? Yeah, I get it. I mean, we all know you don't have to be there. We've done this long enough, right? But I was like, man, it was all on deck, all hands on deck, moving rooms, jumping up and down. But to watch what happened today was phenomenal. Tomorrow's going to be great because we got our wrinkles out. But I just want to say thank you to you guys real quick for a wrap up for everything you guys are doing. I appreciate you guys in here. Congratulations there. I got 1 minute left to give one more message real quick. So here's the deal. Day one's over, right? And I love this. Every single event, 11 years, I posted this last night. Last night I was so fired up. Last night I was so ready to go. 11 years of doing this, and I'm like, man, and it wasn't about me, right? It wasn't about, oh, I can't wait to get some stage time. It was, man, I can't wait to see all the speakers speak today. I can't wait to see us get to, man, I must have not got paired profile. We didn't go nowhere. 667 still. We didn't get that fired up in the last 10 minutes, right? 6-7. There's going to be 6-7 over here, whatever that means, right? But listen to me. This day could be the day that changed your life forever if you decide to do it. That's all I'm going to leave with this. Today could be the day. Tomorrow, you're going to put some hot sauce on it, right? Tomorrow, you're going to learn your actual, come here and get technical and learn your system and break it all down. But this is the day of why I've been able to run for 11 years. The crusade got in my heart day one when I started doing this, and all I care about is making sure we end financial literacy. We make sure we bridge that gap between the baby boomers transferring their funds down. We bridge the gap between 114 million people looking for an opportunity, let them come here. We bridge the gap of 102 million people not having life insurance. We bridge the gap in all these areas. All you do is protect life, health, and income, and I'll end with this today. Today can be the day that changed your life. It did it for me about 5-6 years ago when I really let it happen. And my son's getting early on the exit here, right? So today can be the day to change your life. Everybody show up tomorrow. Everyone bring one more person tomorrow with you and watch your business explode. Thank you very much. God bless. Speaker, you guys did great. Wait for Kill It. Let's take us out.
Pump it up while you
there you go.
Stumping, and the jam is pumping. Look at the crowd is jumping.
Come on, Marcus. Come on, Marcus. Come on. Come on, let's take him to the big house. Let's take him to the big house. Let's go. Oh, let's take him to the big house. Come on. Take him to the big house. Take him to the big house.
Hey.
Take him to the big house. Take him to the big house. All right, baby. It's gonna come in. Here we go.
I couldn't hear the last part.
I think so.
See you tomorrow. Let's go.